Would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone. Fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it. He's up past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40. He could go all the way. Oh, my goodness. Played here by Eisel. Demetto Zempel, back row attack by Toole.
There it is.
There it is. Hadley Toole.
Good afternoon. Barclay, Van Camp, and Robbins collectively head to the showers because their attitude stinks.
Bye-bye. See ya. Hang on. Put it on the board. Yes.
So that KXRA can bring you Alexandria Cardinals softball coverage. Alexandria is off to a 7-2 start for the 2025 season. Run support for the pitching staff has been one big key. In 3 games this week alone, the Cardinals have scored 6, 8, and 20 runs, winning 2 of the 3 contests. The Cards will seek a winning week and can achieve that with a win at home today. The Albany Huskies visit the Alexandria Area High School softball complex for this afternoon's game. Albany has a 2-4 record entering today's tilt on the diamond. Both teams have played Little Falls. The Huskies defeated the Flyers earlier this season 5-0, while the Cardinals defeated Little Falls in the Hutchinson Triangular April 12th by a score of 12-5. The duo set to deliver the coverage. Well, they're not just a pair of average Joes. JP, the Big Bopper Boleen,
Hello, baby.
will offer insight to the game while handling the video work for our YouTube broadcast today. He's joined by ya boy, KXRA Sports Director D-Mac Dave McClure,
Wings up.
with the play-by-play. It's the Cardinals versus the Huskies. With the game set to start at the bottom of the 4 o'clock hour, stay tuned for the pregame show presented by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. Next.
Wings up. Wings up.
Huskies. For the Huskies, it's game number 7 this year, and for the Cardinals, it's game number 10. So Alexandria already into the second half of its regular season schedule. One of the Cardinals co-coaches, Jackie Stifter, is my special guest right now. Jackie, your team has gone 2-1 so far this week. The one defeat was down in Cold Spring on Monday, making up that April 8th postponement. A game where Alexandria did play with the lead for a lot of the game, and then Ricori was able to stage a late inning comeback. I know that it's been a few years since the Cardinals have actually defeated the Ricori Spartans, but in spite of that one-run loss, do you take some positives out of that game?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think if we continue to look at all of our games, offensively, we're putting runs on the board. If we look specifically at that Ricori game, it's really kind of just one inning that hurt us. We had a couple errors, a couple defensive miscues that kind of snowballed. So, we take care of some of those, and that's a different outcome.
It's interesting, Jackie. We talked a little bit before starting up the interview. The other defeat was against the Wilmer Cardinals in a broadcast that we had on Latent Media a little more than a week ago. And there it seemed to be one, faulty half inning, which kind of did the Cardinals of Alexandria in that day. Is that an encouraging sign that your kids are really coming out and ready to play on a day-by-day basis?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you look at our games, we're scoring in those early innings. Most games we're able to maintain that scoring throughout the entire game. Again, it just comes down to some of those defensive miscues. But, really excited kind of currently where we're at in this first half of the season. A lot of good things to build upon.
Another nice thing that has happened since you and I last spoke was your team has played 2 doubleheaders and have been able to get sweeps in both of those doubleheaders. What does that say about the way your team has been able to come out and, play anywhere from 10 to 13 innings of ball?
Yeah, it's a good sign. I think a lot of that is kudos to our pitching staff. With those doubleheaders, we have been able to use a variety of different girls at different combinations. So it kind of just shows that everybody's ready when their number's called.
Jackie, I know the twin bill on Tuesday was at Detroit Lakes, an opportunity to face the newest conference opponent and then also a common opponent this spring anyway in Section 8 AAA. What did you see out of the Alexandria team up at Snappy Fields?
Again, our offense was explosive, so that's really exciting to see. I think we were able to play a little bit more loose, play a little bit more aggressive. Again, if you look at Game 1, right, they made a little bit of a comeback there towards the middle to back half of the game. And again, that just comes down to some simple defensive miscues that we'll clean up.
I know that I think in the 7th inning of the first game, your team was able to salt it away with a 4-run half inning. I think that made it 8-3 at that point and obviously provided some cushion. And then as the home team in the second game, I think the Cardinals went 10-7-3 in the 3 innings of batting. What have been some of the intangibles as to why the Alexandria Cardinals have had so many explosive innings?
I think the girls are just feeding off of each other. In recent games, we've been able to put a lot of small ball down, and so get runners in motion, kind of make the defense uncomfortable. Again, I think now we're finding kind of what's the good order with different girls within the hitting lineup for them to feed off of each other.
We are visiting here with Jackie Stifter, one of the co-coaches of the Alexandria Cardinal fast pitch softball team. Today, the Cardinals are at home to challenge the Albany Huskies. It's a single non-conference game. JP Boline will be back with me, and we'll have the play-by-play for you coming up in just a little while. We talked ahead of the conversation, Jackie. This will be game number 10 for Alexandria. So, in essence, the second half of the season is already underway, even though the start of the season was barely 2 weeks ago. Is it going to be beneficial to have a few scheduled off days to have some practice time and then really not have a whole lot of doubleheaders unless something would get added to the schedule late?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at this week, traveling to Ricori on Monday, traveling to Detroit Lakes on Tuesday, those make for kind of long travel days and long practice days as well. So giving the girls an opportunity to kind of regroup and become refreshed again is going to be super important as we head into that back half of the season because we got some powerful teams ahead of us.
No doubt about that, and I see a lot of Class 4A opponents will be on the schedule. Now, next spring, some of these opponents will be common section rivals, such as St. Cloud and Brainerd and Moorhead, but how exciting is it going to be to see your team match up against, some of the better teams in the CLC, because it seems like a team like the St. Cloud Crush is leading the way, and Brainerd's not that far off the pace.
Yeah, it's always exciting to face teams like that, and as you mentioned, we're moving into that class next year, and it's always good competition when we play those teams. A lot of them are, maybe rated or getting votes to be rated, so again, it'll kind of really put us to the test.
Regarding today's matchup, I know that Albany comes in at 2-4. Both the Huskies and the Cardinals have Little Falls as a common opponent. Both have victories over the Little Falls Flyers. But what are you hoping to see out of the Alexandria team here in the one home game this week?
I think the biggest thing that we've communicated with our girls is just kind of bring the energy right away. Again, it's kind of been a little bit of a long travel week. We can't overlook anybody, no matter what class they are, no matter who their opponents are. So I think the biggest thing is focusing on us and what we can control, and do the best we can.
Very good. I know that I talked to one of your seniors ahead of the broadcast today, and she was absent down in Wilmer last week. But are you at full strength in terms of having everybody available that you want to have for the game?
We're pretty close. We have some nagging injuries that we're kind of keeping an eye on, so we'll have a little bit of a different lineup today. But I think that's also the nice thing about our team is that we kind of have depth all around. We have girls that can play multiple spots, so just kind of playing around with some things today, again, to maybe give some of those girls with some of those injuries a little rest.
I know I might be catching you off guard with not having the full lineup in front of us here for today's game, but how do you and Courtney plan on utilizing the pitching? Who might we see in the circle at the start, and could we see one or two of her teammates come along later on?
Yeah, I would definitely say you're probably going to see a couple different girls on staff today. Right now, starting in the circle, we have Emily Nicola. So again, give her a look kind of in that starting spot. We've put her in a couple relief opportunities this season. So again, just another way for us to get a look at our pitching staff in different scenarios.
Excellent. Jackie, thanks a lot for the conversation before the game today. We'll keep our fingers crossed that if we have only any rain today, it's only sprinkles, that the rain stays off to the south. But best wishes to you and the Alexandria Cardinals today.
Thank you so much. Go Cards.
There is Jackie Stifter. She's one of the co-coaches of the Alexandria Fast Pitch softball team, and our special guest is part of the Jottner Motors pregame show.
As we come to you from the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex, right now the rain seems to be holding off. Again, a lot of the southern part of the state is getting wet right now, but looks like the weather just might cooperate for this game to get in. We hope across the parking lot over at the Alexandria Area High School Tennis Complex, the Cardinal boys tennis team will be able to get its match in against the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. Those are two of the home events. Of course, the Alexandria Adapted Bowlers, they don't have to worry about the weather. They're indoors at Garden Center Lanes as they are competing in their own invitational today. Meanwhile, the Alexandria Cardinal baseball team is up north. They are at Brainerd for a doubleheader, and tell me if you've heard that storyline before. This is at least the third consecutive year that the Alexandria baseball team is playing a doubleheader at Brainerd. And JP, I know that you and I have actually been in Brainerd the previous couple of years to do, one of the two games as part of the doubleheader up there. But I'm wondering, of course, we've had the change with the addition of Detroit Lakes into the conference, so that means conference games get scheduled out a little bit differently, but very unusual for a team like Alexandria to head to Brainerd 3 straight years and not have Brainerd come to Alexandria.
Yeah.
I suspect next spring when both those teams are in Class 4A, each team will be hosting a game.
Yeah, I would hope so, because that's not a short trip here for Alexandria. I mean, we got here pretty early in the afternoon at around 1 o'clock, and that's when they were getting on the bus to go. So that's an early exit from school, which the players probably enjoy. I always did, but it's just an early exit. It's a long drive, then it's a long night because you're playing a doubleheader. So it's a long Friday, and it's just it's always fun. They've got a nice ballpark, and Brainerd's a beautiful area. But yeah, playing here might just be better.
And the strange thing is that Alexandria is coming off a 1-0 victory over the St. Cloud Crush, and I believe it's been at least 3 years since the Alexandria Cardinals have played a game down in St. Cloud. I know that I believe the second year that New Tech High School was open was the last year that St. Cloud Apollo and St. Cloud Tech were separate for softball and baseball for that matter, but now they are joined for both baseball and fast-pitch softball as the St. Cloud Crush. But today we are focusing our attention on Alexandria fast-pitch softball. The Alexandria Cardinals at 7-2 on the year. They will have Emily Nicola in the circle to start today. She is an 8th grader, and she will be opposed by Kira Horning for the Albany Huskies, as she'll do the work in the circle. She is a junior for Albany. The Huskies presently 2-4 on the season. That includes a 1-2 record in the Granite Ridge Conference. Their one win in the league was against Little Falls. Alexandria also defeated Little Falls, but that was a non-conference game for the Cardinals back in the first part of the season. Tough to believe that Alexandria has completed 9 games already, and we are yet, I believe today will mark the 14th day of the regular season for Alexandria. Of course, the Cardinals do not play any softball on Sundays. They have played double headers on 2 separate days, and then part of the Hutchinson Triangular on Saturday, April 12th, the weekend before Easter. So Alexandria has been able to play a lot of fast-pitch softball. The only weather casualty so far was the season opener at home against Becker on April 3rd. I believe, JP, you were around that week. I know I was getting off some vacation time at that time, but that was the week where we got blanketed with about a foot of new snow.
Yeah, you were smart to leave the area then. That was because I think that week before we might have had 60 and sun and you know spring in Minnesota stuff.
Yeah, but that's the whims of March and April, that you might get all 4 seasons in a short period of time. The varsity game will be starting at the bottom of the hour here. Again, Kira Horning will be in the circle for the Albany Huskies, and she'll be opposed by the Alexandria Cardinals, Emily Nicola. But she might not be the only one in the circle today, as Jackie Stifter, one of the co-coaches of the Alexandria Cardinals, pointed out ahead of time. It's been quite frequent throughout the year that Alexandria has used more than one pitcher in a game, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see somebody such as Amaya Herges or maybe Lauren Hornstein or even Addie Johnson come into the circle later on to spell Emily Nicola. But if Nicola can log outs and be efficient at doing it, maybe she'll extend her outing in the circle and pitch deeper into this game. Our thanks to Jottner Motors for presenting our pregame show. Jottner Motors will be along to present the postgame report later on today following our play-by-play. Because of our broadcast of Alexandria fast-pitch softball, the KXRA 5 o'clock news hour is being preempted. I do want to let you know that the Radiothon to benefit the Alexandria Education Foundation is going on as we speak. It started during our open line program earlier this morning in the 9 o'clock hour. You are welcome to log on to the Alexandria Education Foundation's website. Any in-kind donation, no matter the dollar amount, would be greatly appreciated. If your donation is $20 a month over the course of a year, you are admitted to the 206 Club, which gets you extra benefits along with that. But again, if you believe in innovative opportunities for the students in Alexandria Public Schools, please consider giving during the Radiothon today. More details at the Alexandria Education Foundation website, ALEX, educationfoundation.org. I know that Claire Anderson, one of the instructors in the Alexandria Public Schools and a member of the Alexandria Education Foundation, has been a frequent guest throughout the day through our latent media stations, and we encourage you to give generously for the Radiothon today. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll return. We'll introduce the Albany Huskies batting order and to have the play-by-play of today's varsity matchup. Again, an overcast day, but so far the rain seems to be holding off. Alexandria seeking win number 8 on the year, facing the visiting Albany Huskies, and the call is just moments away.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Cenex Midtown Express has fresh-made pizza, lunch and breakfast sandwiches, and broaster chicken, live bait, propane, and diesel fuel. Cenex Garfield has groceries, bait, and tackle, and made-to-order pizza. Cenex Midtown Express, Alexandria, and Cenex Garfield.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. Cardinal softball is on the air here on People Radio, KXRA. And thank you for watching our broadcast today. Live video with the KXRA call on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. You can access that from our website. Let's introduce the Albany order that will face Emily Nicola in today's game. Shortstop Josie Dingman will lead off. Pitcher Kira Horning will bat second. The catcher Claire Lacey hits third. The cleanup batter for the Albany Huskies will be the second baseman, Anna Schiffler. Batting fifth and playing in right field, Katie Braun. Batting sixth and playing at first base for the Albany Huskies is Natalie Blonigan. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Samantha Zierden. The number 8 hitter is the left fielder, Rowan Ellingson. And rounding out the order for Albany is the center fielder, Cora Rushmeyer. Again, the batting order for the Huskies, presently at 2 and 4 under head coach Sonia Hoffarth. Josie Dingman, Kira Horning, Claire Lacey, Anna Schiffler, Katie Braun, Natalie Blonigan, Samantha Zierden, Rowan Ellingson, and Cora Rushmeyer. We'll introduce the Alexandria order when we go to the bottom of the first inning. But defensively, Greta Kelly is doing the catching today. Around the infield, Lauren Hornstein is at first base. Mari Kavit is the starting second baseman. The shortstop is Ava Klemick, and Rachel Moore is the third baseman. The outfield defense has Maya Hergis in left field. The center fielder is Addie Johnson, and playing in right field today is Zella Nutzelman. And we are just about set. Josie Dingman is approaching the plate, getting set to enter the batter's box, and we are ready to get our varsity game underway as Alexandria at 7-2. And the first pitch from Emily Nicola is a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. We get our game underway at 23 minutes in front of the 5 o'clock hour. Overcast conditions with our temperature at 53. The pitch is a little bit low, and it is 2 balls, no strikes here to the leadoff batter, Josie Dingman for Albany. Nicola, the right-hander, winds up and delivers a pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
There you got your first strike, so just maybe that raises the confidence a little bit, and just go out there and get 2 more.
The windup by Nicola. Next offering is a bit off the plate, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Righty matchup here with Josie Dingman stepping in to face Emily Nicola. Here's the next offering, and that one is a little bit too far inside. That's going to be ball 4 and a leadoff walk for the Albany Huskies.
Just a patient at bat there from Dingman, and they get an early base runner, which is huge for Albany, who's coming off of a loss to the Kimball area. Actually, they're back-to-back losses.
Yep, now Kira Horning, the pitcher, steps in and takes up and away for ball one. 1-0 the count. Alexandria, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, has the white jersey tops, bright red pants. I like this uniform combination. Brand new threads for the Alexandria fast pitch softball team. Here's the strike from Nicola, and that evens the count out at 1-1. Albany school colors are purple and white. The Huskies wearing the dark jerseys, purple and white trim. Here's a pitch outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Kira Horning.
Yeah, just trying to find her rhythm right now. Looking a little high just throwing a little high right now.
Next offering is outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And hopefully Emily Nicola will calm down, and I'm sure she's pretty excited. She's had some relief outings so far for the Alexandria team this spring, but this is her first start of the season, and she delivers low and in for ball 4, so that ends up being a 5-pitch walk. So back-to-back base runners for the catcher, Claire Lacey. And immediately, Jackie Stifter, one of the co-coaches for the Alexandria Cardinals, comes out of the third base dugout. Of course, she shares the head coaching duties with Courtney Richardson. Courtney, I believe, an Alexandria Jefferson High School alumnus. She actually played in the Cardinals fast pitch softball program, as did Courtney's younger sister, Callie Richardson. Callie Richardson was actually part of the last state tournament Alexandria softball team back in 2016. Here's a pitch beaten foul off the bat of Lacey after the conference, and it's 1 strike.
Yeah, it's the first swing that Albany has had so far here tonight.
And I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Stifter wanted to emphasize to Emily, make them swing the bat. Here's a grounder, and this will be under the glove of the third baseman, and that's going to result in the first run of the game, and throw comes back into the plate, but it's too late, and the other runners are going to move up. And Albany has put its first 3 batters on base. Claire Lacey delivering an RBI single, and it is 1-0 for the Albany Huskies.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an odd play because I don't think the runners for Albany knew that it was fair at first, and then when they did, they obviously Dingman was able to get home, and then on the throw home, it was Horning was able to get to third, and Lacey was able to get to second.
So now the batter is the cleanup hitter for the Albany Huskies, Anna Schiffler, and first pitch to her is a strike, and it's 0-1. Nicola winds up. Next offering is in for strike 2 called. So good start to this plate appearance for the Alexandria pitcher, as it's no balls and 2 strikes.
It's the first time that Albany's gotten to 2 strikes so far here today.
Next offering is on the outside corner for strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and Anna Schiffler is out number 1 here in the first inning. So 1 out now for the right fielder, Katie Braun. Right-handed batter. First offering from Nicola is caught on and missed, and it's 1 strike.
It just took a little wake up there, and now she's slinging it.
So 0-1 here to Braun. She bats with 2 on board, both in scoring position. 1 out here in the first inning. Here's a little roller foul off to the left of the plate, and the count is 2 strikes. Albany at 2-4 on the season, 1-2 so far in the Granite Ridge Conference. 0-2 here at Braun. Nicola's next pitch is swung on, and that will be fouled off.
And that might have gotten the leg of Alexandria Blizzard head coach Jeff Krause.
A little kick save there. So still 2 strikes to Katie Braun. Nicola winds up. Next offering is swung on and fouled at the plate, as it got chopped to the left side of the dish. So still 2 strikes here to Katie Braun. Emily Nicola would love to get another strikeout here to keep those runners at second and third.
Corners are in.
Wind up on the Alexandria right-hander. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the throw will go down to first base to complete the strikeout. And then immediately Lauren Hornstein fires back toward home plate to make sure that the lead runner from third, Horning, wasn't coming down the line.
Yeah, she was threatening. I don't know if it was just a bluff to try to make a error, but didn't work.
So 2 gone and runners at second and third for the first baseman, Natalie Blonigan. First pitch from Emily Nicola is fouled back to the screen, and it's 1 strike. So it does seem like Nicola's getting into a bit of a groove here after walking the first 2 batters on 3-1 counts.
And, you know, on a cold day like this, just take a little bit to warm up. And once she has, she's definitely throwing it a lot harder, and she's getting a lot more swings.
Next pitch sails up and away, and the count to Blonigan is 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's her first ball that she's thrown since the second batter, Horning.
So 1-1 to Blonigan, 2 on, 2 out. Next pitch is skied in the air, coming back our way, and it is a foul ball.
Thankfully, it had enough spin on it.
Yeah, and relayed back in. Nice to see Molly Arola here in attendance, showing off her softball regimen. Of course, she was a multi-sport athlete during her days as a high school student athlete. 1-2 to Blonigan as Nicola delivers. Upstairs, Greta Kelly had to jump from her catcher's crouch to make sure that that wouldn't go to the backstop.
Yeah, really good play there from Greta.
Runner at third is Kira Horning, and Claire Lacey on at second. 2 out. Next pitch fouled back, and this will go over to the JV field. So it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Albany has a run here in the top of the first inning. Pair of bases on balls and an RBI single for Claire Lacey. Here's the next pitch. It's again fouled off, so we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looking for the 6th throw of this at-bat.
Yep, Blonigan's proving to be a tough out here. She's fouled off some 2-strike pitches to keep this at-bat going. Another 2-2 pitch. And that's strike 3 called. Emily Nicola painted the black there and got a called 3rd strike. 2 of the 3 Ks she had in the first inning were called 3rd strikes. Albany scores a run on a hit. No Alexandria errors and 2 left on board. Through half inning on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity fast pitch softball, it's Albany 1, Alexandria coming to bat.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
Cardinal batting order that will be facing Kira Horning in today's game at Alexandria Softball Complex. Cardinals center fielder Addie Johnson leads off. Second baseman Mari Kavit bats second. The designated player, Brooklyn McPhail, will hit third. She's the DP for the starting pitcher, Emily Nicola. The cleanup batter for Alexandria is the catcher, Greta Kelly. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Lauren Hornstein. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Rachel Moore. Zella Nutzelman is batting seventh, and defensively she's in the game in right field. Left fielder Maya Hergis will hit eighth, and rounding out the order today for the Cardinals is shortstop Ava Klemick. Addie Johnson, Mari Kavit, Brooklyn McPhail, Greta Kelly, Lauren Hornstein, Rachel Moore, Zella Nutzelman, Maya Hergis, and Ava Klemick to face Kira Horning. Defensively, the Huskies have behind the plate today Claire Lacey. Around the infield line, Natalie Blonigan is the first baseman. At second is Anna Schiffler. The shortstop is Josie Dingman, and Samantha Zierden is at third. The outfield defense has Rowan Ellingson in left field, Cora Rushmeyer in center, and Katie Braun is in right field. So Addie Johnson steps in to lead off the bottom of the first inning with the Cardinals down by a run. First offering on the way, and that is a bit outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Alexandria has been hit the bat well all season long. I mean, they've been putting up 10-plus in nearly every game this season. They've got 28 in their last 2 games.
And here's a liner out into left center field, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Addie Johnson's going for 2, and she'll slide in safely with a leadoff double.
That's how you do it there. Lead it off here down by 1 and go out and pick up your pitcher.
So Addie Johnson is on base, and now Mari Kavit will step in. And, as JP points out, Alexandria has played 9 games, and the fewest amount of runs that Alexandria has scored in any game so far is 6. And that was against Ricori on Monday. First pitch as Kavit chokes up as if she might try to bunt. She pulls the bat back, and it's ruled ball 1. 1-0 here to Mari Kavit. Next pitch is bunted at toward the circle, fielded by the pitcher, but the throw is going to be down the right field line. Kavit trips rounding first base, and she will get back in. But meanwhile, Addie Johnson goes to third, and on the overthrow, she will score. And now Kavit, I believe, is going to be awarded second base there. So it will be a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the first inning. So a little small ball helping out the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, and that's what they showed in our last game that we did against Wilmer. They play that small ball when they get that leadoff batter, the leadoff runner on, and they try to advance them. And errors happen, and Albany's a team that has given up a lot of runs so far this year, and that could be a reason too. And Alexandria, they're putting up runs like crazy too.
And now Brooklyn McPhail, the designated player, steps in. First pitch out of the strike zone. It's 1 ball, no strikes. So Alexandria is countered with a run in the bottom of the first inning and still has nobody out. Pitches the strike now to McPhail, evening things at 1-1. 1-1 our score, bottom of 1 here at Alexandria. Pitch on the way, and that's in the dirt, knocked down by Claire Lacey at the plate. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
McPhail's a player who we've seen a lot in the last year or so hit the ball out of the ballpark. It's a little cold night here. The wind is not blowing too hard, though.
Yeah, and what breeze we have is coming out of the northeast, I believe, or north-northeast, and that may give some guidance to balls hit toward left field or left center. Pitch misses the strike zone, and it's now 3-1 to Greta Kelly, or to Brooklyn McPhail. Greta Kelly is the on-deck hitter. Now we've got a line foul over toward the Albany dugout, and that will fill the count out at 3-2.
A good at-bat here from McPhail.
Yep, as she is trying to get on, just like her 2 previous teammates were able to do. Addie Johnson with a leadoff double, then she scores on a sacrifice and an error. Now we've got a looping liner right side. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Heading over to third is Mari Kavit, and Alexandria will have runners at the corners with nobody out. So an excellent job of opposite field hitting there for Brooklyn McPhail as she collects Alexandria's second hit of the inning.
Just good hitting there. She worked the count full. She did get out on top, but then just stayed alive on a pitch that was a little inside or outside, and was able to keep that one fair here down the right field line.
And now a power threat steps in with Greta Kelly. First pitch is a strike. Trailing runner is going to second. Throw goes down to third, and back in safely is the lead base runner, Mari Kavit. So Brooklyn McPhail will get the uncontested stolen base there. So now 2 on board, both in scoring position. And it's an 0-1 count to Kelly. Pitch on the way, and that's swung on and fouled back. And it's 0-2. Alexandria looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the first inning. It's a 1-1 tie. Our scoreboard updates today being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Here's Horning's 0-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss on a bit of a changeup. And Greta Kelly's down on strikes for the opening out of the first inning.
That was a hard swing there. She was swinging for the fences, they say, but good swing there. Just a really good pitch.
And one down now for the Alexandria first baseman, Lauren Hornstein. She's done a nice job at swinging the bat this spring for Alexandria. She's one of the class of 2025 members set to graduate in a matter of weeks from now. She would like to find some outfield grass with a knock to maybe get one or both of her teammates home. Mari Kavit is at third, and Brooklyn McPhail is in scoring position at second. First pitch to Hornstein is swung on and missed. Seems like Kira Horning's changing up the delivery a little bit.
Yeah, I think she realized how aggressive Alexandria was being there in those first pitches and hitting her speed-up pitch just a little bit more.
She delivers one outside, and that'll even the count out at 1-1. Next offering is rolled foul off to the left of home plate. So it's a count of 1-2 now to Lauren Hornstein. Emily Nicola was able to escape some potential big inning damage by yielding just one and stranding two last half inning. Now we've got a pitch that goes to the backstop, and cheating down third was Mari Kavit, but she quickly retreated back as Claire Lacey pounced on that pitch, making sure it was not a wild pitch.
Yeah, that was really good base running there. Able to see that the ball just bounced really nicely for the Huskies catcher right back to her, and I think she would have been out if she was able to get back home.
So now the count is 2-2. Next pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. And Lauren Hornstein's down on strikes, and there are two away. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Kira Horning, and she would like to do what Emily Nicola for Alexandria was able to do in the top of the first inning, leave two on board in scoring position.
Really impressive pitch there after the wild pitch from Horning. Just kind of throwing it by her. It was just a really fast pitch.
First offering to the Alexandria third baseman, Rachel Moore, is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. We're tied at 1, last of the first inning. Pitch on the way, and this one skied in the air. Shallow center field, and that's going to be played on a hop. And that's going to be a base hit. It's going to score 2 as Kavit and Brooklyn McPhail will both come across. So Rachel Moore is able to deliver a 2-out base hit. And Alexandria takes its first lead of the day. It's now the Cardinals 3, the Albany Huskies 1.
Yeah, just aggressive batting there from Moore and getting a nice little bloop in between center and second base. So really good hitting there. Good 2-out hitting.
And Alexandria has a crooked number in the bottom of the first, plating 3. And continuing the inning here is Zella Nutzelman will step in. She swings at a belt-high fastball, and it's 1 strike. So Alexandria able to get the key 2-out hit to grab the lead for the first time today. As both McPhail and Mari Kavit were able to come across. Next pitch will be fouled away, and it's 0-2 to Nutzelman. So the hit by Rachel Moore, the third of the inning for Alexandria. Kira Horning in front in the count at 0-2. Next offering is up and away. So it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Job by Nutzelman. I mean, 2 outs, 0-2 count. It's a hard one to lay off of, but she did so.
Horning's next delivery on the way, and that's in the dirt. And Moore's going to take off to second, and she'll make it on a wild pitch. So that puts a runner in scoring position and evens the count out to Zella Nutzelman at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Cardinals in front 3-1 as we play the bottom of the first inning at the Alexandria Softball Complex. Here's Kara Horning's next pitch, and it's on the outside corner for strike 3 called. So Nutzelman is down on strikes. Horning strikes out 3 in the first inning, but Alexandria scores 3 on 3 hits. No Albany errors and 1 left on. New score after 1 full inning here in Alexandria. Non-conference fast pitch softball on KXRA and through the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. It's Alexandria 3, Albany 1.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
Samantha Zierden leads off the second inning for the Albany Huskies, and she takes a pitch outside from Emily Nicola for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the Huskies order will bat here in inning number 2. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be a foul back. 1-1 the count. A reminder that you're listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We've got the audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And thanks for joining us for our YouTube broadcast today, as you can watch this game on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. We've got J.P. Boline doing double duty. He's our videographer for the YouTube coverage, and joining me for the commentary as well. Zierden grounds out to short as Ava Klimek makes the play. 1 down here in the second inning.
Good play there. It's the first time we've had an out. Both half innings in the first were all strikeouts for outs. So it's the first time we've seen a play in the field.
So the catchers were hogging all the putouts in the bottom of the first inning.
They were.
And top of the first inning. Of course, Greta Kelly getting those outs in the top of the first, and then Claire Lacey in the bottom of the first. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the count here to the left fielder, Rowan Ellingson. She bats 8th in the Albany Huskies order. The windup by Emily Nicola. Next pitch is outside, and it's 3-0. The base on balls did get Nicola into a bit of a hang-up last inning. She walked the first 2 batters, and one of those would come in to score. She delivers low and away, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So Albany has a 1-out base runner here for the center fielder, Cora Rushmeyer. Rushmeyer getting her first plate appearance of the day here. Like many of her teammates, bats right. First pitch is a strike. Ball's in the dirt, and going down to second will be Rowan Ellingson, and she will make it in ahead of the throw from Kelly. That will be a wild pitch.
Yeah, if you're going to take a positive out of that, though, she didn't lay off the bunt. She just missed the ball, so it was a strike.
0-1 here to Rushmeyer. Next pitch is rolled to the left side. Rachel Moore, the third baseman, makes the play. Throw to first is good for the out. Advancing to third is Rowan Ellingson. So 2 gone with a base runner at third, and back we go to the top of the order for Josie Dingman.
Yeah, that was pretty much what she was trying to do with the bunt. It was just a swinging bunt there to third, and able to advance. But still 2 outs here for Alexandria, so just get a force out.
First pitch lined to the screen foul off the bat of Dingman, and it's 1 strike.
Or a strikeout, that would work too.
Yeah, an out of anyway, because you got 2 out here in the top of the second. Alexandria in front of Albany 3-1. Here's Emily Nicola's 1-strike pitch. It's bounced foul at the plate, and it is now in a no-ball 2-strike count. Emily Nicola has walked 3 batters, but she's recorded 3 strikeouts so far. Both outs that she has gotten this inning have been ground ball outs. Here's the 2-strike pitch to Josie Dingman, and it's going to be bounced foul off to the left of the plate. Still 2 strikes to count. Our 5 o'clock news hour on KXRA is being preempted today because of our live play-by-play of Alexandria fast pitch softball. It's Albany at Alexandria. Single game today. Here's a swing and a miss, and Josie Dingman is down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Emily Nicola today. So for Albany in the second, no runs, no hits, no Alexandria errors, 1 walk and 1 base runner left on through an inning and a half. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity fast pitch softball, it's Alexandria 3, Albany 1.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. J.P. Boldine and yours truly, DMAC, Dave McClurg, with the call as Alexandria has a 2-run lead over Albany. It's 3-1 for the Cardinals, and Alexandria is scheduled to send up hitters 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup. That's Maya Hergis, Ava Klimek, and Addie Johnson. Facing the right-hander Kira Horning, the junior for the Albany Huskies. Hergis awaits the first pitch in her plate appearance, and it's low for ball 1.
Yeah, funny enough, the game that we did last time, both pitchers in that game actually in the lineup and position players today.
That's right. Here's a liner, and it's over the head of the center fielder. Extra bases for Hergis. She's rounding second. She's going for third, and she'll make it in ahead of the throw. Oh, a booming line drive off the bat of Maya Hergis. The center fielder for the Huskies, Cora Rushmeyer, came in a step, and then it got over her head and went to the base of the wall. So it's a leadoff triple for Maya Hergis, and Alexandria has a base runner in scoring position for the shortstop, Ava Klimek.
You can't ask for a better start than that. Just getting somebody on third base here with the top of the order coming up as well.
First pitch fouled, and it's 1 strike to Ava Klimek. She would like to be a run producer here to increase Alexandria's lead. Foul ball off to the right, and it's now 0-2. This is the second of 4 regular season Alexandria fast pitch softball broadcasts we'll have on the air. When the Cardinals return to action Tuesday against the St. Cloud Crush, we'll be on hand to cover. Game time Tuesday set for 4:30, weather conditions permitting. Pitch outside, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ava Klimek. A windup by Kira Horning. Next offering on the way, and it's a swing and a miss. So Horning will record her 4th strikeout of the day.
Yeah, yet to get a out in the field. Still only strikeout so far here for Horning.
Yeah. So far, the Cardinals have had 4 hits off Horning today, and one of those belongs to the batter at the plate right now, Addie Johnson, who swings and misses at the first offering. It's 1 strike.
Yeah, this is where that triple could be huge here for the Cardinals. You know, you get a leadoff triple and you get your best hitters up.
Now you got a fly ball out to right. The catch is made. Tagging up at third is Maya Hergis, and she'll be in ahead of the throw. So in the business, we like to call that a productive out. A sacrifice fly out to right field off the bat of Addie Johnson, and that will score Maya Hergis, and Alexandria increases the lead. It's now 4-1.
couldn't ask for a better fly-out, sacrifice fly for Addie Johnson out to right field. Made it easy for her just to get home.
So now Mari Kavit will step up, and she fouls the pitch off. She laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. The pitcher Horning made the play, but had an overthrow to first base. Eventually, Kavit would come around to score. She swings and misses at the next offering, and it's 2 strikes. Alexandria now with a 4-1 lead as we are in the bottom of the second inning here at the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. Next pitch is in the dirt. No harm done with nobody on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mari Kavit. Horning, the right-hander, winds up and deals. Pitch that's upstairs. She's trying to drop that one in, maybe to hit the outer edge, but it's ruled ball 2. If Kavit reaches, Brooklyn McPhail would bat for Alexandria. Next pitch is high and away, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good 2-out at-bat here for Kavit, who was down 0-2 right away, but now works it back to full.
Yep, she's going to try to work her way on. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's going to be fouled back. So we will do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alexandria has plated a run here in the bottom of the second inning to increase the lead to 3. Another 3-2 pitch on the way from Kira Horning. And it's low and in for ball 4. So a very good plate appearance there for Mari Kavit as she's able to get on base with the walk.
I mean, there's a reason why she's batting number 2 in the lineup, just able to get on base at any cost. I mean, laid out a bunt earlier in the last inning, and now gets on through a walk. Keeps this inning alive.
First pitch to Brooklyn McPhail misses the strike zone, and it's 1-0. So let's see if Alexandria can strike up a 2-out rally here. Kavit got on with the base on balls. Next pitch from Horning finds the strike zone, and it's even at 1-1.
McPhail looking for some good, some similar luck to what she had in the first inning. She had a nice base hit and a stolen base.
Yep, now takes a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 now to Brooklyn McPhail. Batting here with a runner on first and 2 gone. Next pitch, line to the right side, and that's going to be in for a base hit. Kavit's taking off for third, and the throw will be cut off and now sent through, but nice piece of opposite field hitting there by Brooklyn McPhail. And Alexandria has runners at the corners here for catcher Greta Kelly.
Really good hitting again there from McPhail, an opposite field liner that just was able to stay in bounds. And Alexandria is just swinging the bat well, as they have all season.
So Kelly will step up here. An RBI opportunity for her. She was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Alexandria has already scored 1, but the Cardinals looking for more. First pitch to Kelly is in for a strike. Kira Horning has struck out 4 batters so far in today's game. Next pitch, healthy cut, no contact, and it's 0-2. Meanwhile, I see that Kavit actually got sent back to second. I am not certain why, but got a deep fly ball to left, and this one will stay in the park, but out near the fence. The catch is going to be made by Rowan Ellingson, and Greta Kelly gave that one a ride, but she's retired on the fly ball to left. Alexandria retired in the bottom of the second, but not before the Cardinals tack on another. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 walk, no Albany errors, and 2 runners were left on. New score after 2 full in varsity fast pitch softball on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads Albany 4-1.
You've seen them, craved them. You've voted them the best. Their Smoke and Brews and Q's get their unreal smoked barbecue for catering, drop-offs, or events.
Hi, this is Schmitty from Smoke and Brews and Q's. Our obsession is the meat. Our passion is what makes it great.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
We move to the third inning in varsity fast pitch softball at the Alexandria complex. The Cardinals have 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. The Albany Huskies 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and the Huskies have stranded 3. Pitcher Kara Horning leads off and bounces one up the middle into center field. That will be a leadoff single for Horning against the Alexandria pitcher Emily Nicola.
Well, helping her own cause here, or at least trying, as a really good aggressive at-bat there from Horning. She's able to get it up the middle.
Yeah, Horning drew a walk in her previous plate appearance, and now I think we're going to have a courtesy runner into the game.
Peyton Borman.
Yep, Bierman, I believe. Yep. So she's in to run. Of course, you can use a courtesy runner for a pitcher or a catcher if you wish. Catcher Claire Lacey steps in now for the Albany Huskies. She swings and misses at the first offering, and it's 1 strike.
Lacey does have a base hit here tonight, or today, I should say, back in the first inning.
So a runner at first, nobody out. Next pitch, skied in the air out to right center. That's going to drop in for a hit. Meanwhile, the courtesy runner Bierman will check into second, so Lacey's on with a single. Back-to-back base hits to lead off the top of the third inning for the Albany Huskies.
Yeah, again, just getting swinging early. We saw that first cut, that swing and miss, but she got a good contact on the second one.
So runners at first and second for the cleanup hitter for the Albany Huskies, Anna Schiffler. Schiffler was a strikeout victim against Emily Nicola in the first inning. She takes the first one in the dirt, and base runners are going to move up. So now you're going to have runners at second and third.
Yeah, and Kelly got to the ball, did shift away from her, but able to get it back in time so nobody was able to score.
Next offering, and that one's in the dirt, going to the backstop. Kelly gets on that right away. There isn't a lot of territory directly behind home plate to the backstop, so if you're going to try to score on a wild pitch, you almost have to hope that the ball's going to carry him off to the right or to the left of the catcher toward one of the dugouts.
Yeah, or you got to have a really good jump, and that's always a risk as well. Get a mound visit here.
Yep, play stopped. No coaches coming out of the dugout. It's just Greta Kelly and the rest of the Alexandria infielders gathering around Emily Nicola.
Well, Nicola has been really sharp since that first 2 batters. Really, if we go back to the first, she walked the opening 2 batters of the game, and able to retire quite a few here. Has 4 strikeouts on the night as well, and really didn't have had 1 runner in scoring position back in the second, but now this is the most threat that Albany has had since that first.
Here's a pitch laced back to the screen, foul, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Honestly, at this point, you're up by 3 runs. Your offense has been doing some good things. I'd like to see the Cardinals trade some bases for outs here. If you can't get the strikeout, that is. Mm-hmm. Here's a pitch up and in, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike.
That was a really good take there from Schiffler. That one was close.
So a hitter's count here at 3 balls, 1 strike. Nicola's next offering, swing and a miss. That one was tailing down as it was coming to the plate. From my angle, which again is down the right field or first base line, I get the feeling Schiffler swung a ball 4 there.
Yeah, probably. That one was in the dirt.
And now we've got a roller right side. Mari Kavit will make the play. Throw goes to first. And like we said, trade the base for the out there. It does mean a run scores, but you do get an out. And Albany has played it a run. It's now 4-2.
Yeah, that was the smart play there. Just able to, like you said, just get it out. And now you finally get that first out of the inning.
So a ribby for Anna Schiffler. And now Katie Braun bats. Fouls one off. And it is one strike. So on the ground out, Claire Lacey advanced to third base. 0-1 the count. Next offering, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
I mean, we saw this back in the first when Albany scored their first run as well. Just really good regroup and able to rebound from the couple of batters.
2-strike pitch on the way from Emily Nicola, and it's rolled to the left side. Rachel Moore makes the play. Throw to first, good for the out. Moore made sure that runner was going to be hugging the bag there. Lacey didn't want to move with the ball hit right to Rachel Moore, so that's a best-case scenario for the Cardinals. They get an out, and Albany doesn't score.
Yeah, that was a really good play there, too. It was kind of a backhand grab there from Moore at third and able to get a nice throw. It was quick, it was fast, it was on target, and nobody was able to advance to home.
So now Natalie Blonigan bats and takes a little bit low for ball one. 1-0 the count. Blonigan was a strikeout victim against Nicola back in the first inning. Wind up by the right-hander. Next pitch is upstairs, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Alexandria 4, Albany 2. We are in the top of the third inning. J.P. Boldine and yours truly, Dave McClurg, with the play-by-play. Here's the next pitch. It catches the outer part of the plate for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Blonigan would like to hit one to the outfield and find some grass to narrow this deficit down a little bit more. Nicola's next pitch, a bit off the plate, and it's now 3-1.
Yeah, it was that same spot a couple of batters ago where it was just a little outside and high.
So 3 balls, 1 strike to Blonigan. Next pitch on the way, and that is upstairs for ball 4. So a base on balls, and Albany will have runners at the corners. 4 walks now yielded today by Emily Nicola.
Yeah, I anticipate that we'll see the runner on the move here at first to avoid that force out at second.
Zierden steps in to bat. First pitch is a strike. Throw gets cut off by Mari Kavit. Throw back to third, and that's a little bit wide. Rachel Moore trying to retrieve the ball, and that it will be finally retrieved, but Albany's going to get another run. So it'll be a stolen base for Blonigan on a strike to Zierden, and then the error would be a throwing error to Amari Kavit to allow the run to come in to score.
Yeah, they did what they were wanting to. They wanted to bluff the throw to second and cut it off early. But as the runner at third, Lacey was, she was leaning a little too heavy, and they decided to throw it back to Moore and just went over the glove.
And now we've got a pitch skied in the air out to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Heading to third is Blonigan. She's rounding the bag, and she's going to come in to score. And we are tied here in the top of the third inning. It is now 4-4. So Samantha Zierden is able to come through with a 2-out base hit to right field. A sinking liner that Nutzelman tried to make the basket catch on, but it fell in play.
Yeah, that one was just dropping really quick, and just unable to pick it up and squeeze the glove there was Nutzelman.
So Albany has put 3 on the board here in the third inning. And the 7th batter of the inning, Rowan Ellingson, steps in, takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So we are deadlocked. It is Albany 4, Alexandria 4 in the top of the third inning. Ellingson drew a walk last time up. Only previous plate appearance. Next pitch is inside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Emily Nicola has yielded 4 free passes today, and 2 of those base runners have come around to score.
Yeah, just allowing base runner. I mean, it's obviously nothing that you want to do, and it's just it just allows a lot of runs and allow a lot of extra opportunities, and Albany's taking advantage of them today.
2 balls, 1 strike the count now. Next pitch is up and away, and it's 3-1. If Ellingson is able to reach, Cora Rushmeyer would have the chance to bat, and evidently I messed up on the count. I think it was previously 3-1, so Ellingson will make that trip down to first base on the 5th free pass. And Rushmeyer will bat. First pitch out of the strike zone, and it's 1-0.
She grounded out in her previous at-bat over to third.
Emily Nicola's next pitch, a little bit low, and it's 2-0. Base runners at first and second for the Albany Huskies. Samantha Zierden at second base and Rowan Ellingson, the trailing runner, at first. And now a 3-ball, no strike count to Cora Rushmeyer. It'll be interesting to see if indeed we're close to the end of the line for Emily Nicola here. She delivers a pitch that misses the strike zone. It's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unable to find the zone right now. It's as simple as that. Trying to get those rise balls too, and it's just finding too much. You know, it's just raising a little too much.
And Jackie Stifter, one of the co-coaches for the Alexandria Cardinals, is going to come out, and I believe we're going to have the position switch here. I think Emily Nicola will stay in the game. She'll go out to left field. And I think the left fielder, Maya Hergis, will go out to center. And Addie Johnson is going to come into pitch. So that is the change here in the top of the 3rd inning.
And Johnson, usually the starter here for Alexandria, too. She started the game down in Wilmer that we were in. And her and Hergis were the pitchers in that game. So hopefully she can come in and close the door, something she's done a lot of times in her career.
Yep, so she will try to strand 3 Albany base runners, and she'll face the leadoff hitter in the Huskies order. That is Josie Dingman when Addie Johnson's done with her tune-up tosses. So 4-4 our score. Albany has bases loaded with Samantha Zierden at third base, Rowan Ellingson at second, and Cora Rushmeyer on at first. A hit anywhere will give the Huskies the lead for the second time today. The windup by Addie Johnson. First pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 1 strike.
I mean, the big advantage that Johnson has right now is just a different pace. It's different speed that Albany hasn't seen so far. It's just a different pitcher, obviously. So, and you have 2 outs, too, so forcing any base. Just got to get the pitch in and down the plate enough for somebody to swing.
Yep, foul ball makes the count 2 strikes here to Dingman. Addie Johnson winds up and delivers a pitch that is a little bit upstairs for ball 1.
Well, that one, it's close, but that's been the pitch. It's been a ball. It's been consistent here today, so.
Bases loaded and 2 out in a 4-4 tie here in the top of the 3rd. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a foul ball. So we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dingman started the game with a walk, later scored. She struck out swinging last time up. Those at bats were against Emily Nicola, the starter. 1-2 pitch, off speed, and it's in for strike 3 called. Great work there by Addie Johnson, coming into a bases-loaded situation and getting a called 3rd strike against Josie Dingman. That will retire the side, but not before Albany scores 3 on 3 hits. 1 Alexandria error, and 3 left on base due to 3 bases on balls. So through 2.5 innings in varsity fast pitch softball, new numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's Alexandria 4, Albany 4.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Feel confident. Feel inspired. Embrace your unique beauty at 6th and Broadway Clothing. From expertly curated collections to personalized styling and color analysis services, you can embrace style as beautiful as you.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Of our Alexandria Cardinals sports programming here on KXRA, along with JP Boleen and our studio engineer Jackson, I am Dave McClurg. Alexandria and Albany tied up in fast pitch softball. It's 4-4 as we go to the last of the third. The starter, Kira Horning, has yielded runs in each of the first 2 innings which Alexandria has batted. The Cardinals will try to get things started with Lauren Hornstein stepping in.
Hornstein struck out swinging in her last at-bat back in the first, so looking to improve on that.
First offering is low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Rachel Moore is on deck, and then Zella Nutzelman will follow. I believe all 3 are seniors for the Alexandria Cardinals. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Healthy cut, but no contact. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, she swings for the fences every swing, and if she can get contact on it, that one we've seen a lot of times. It gets hit hard.
Next offering is in for strike 2, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Alexandria's leadoff batter, then a swing and a miss, and Lauren Hornstein's down on strikes.
Another healthy cut there, but just a rise ball, and it changed speeds a little bit too, so just an off-speed pitch that was high and unable to change speeds there.
Rachel Moore fouls off the first pitch that comes her way, and it's 1 strike.
Oh, it's a scary sight when you see the ball going to the other side and people unaware looking at the other game.
Yeah, you got the JV field, which is kind of the northwest diamond here, and then the varsity field is the southeast diamond. Here's a liner to right field rather, and the catch is going to be made as hauling that one in is Katie Braun, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, right off the bat, that one looked like it was going to find the gap, but I mean, from this angle, it's obviously going to be different, but that was a well-hit ball, but a really good glove out there in right field.
So 2 up and 2 gone for Zella Nutzelman, and she fouls a pitch back. Once this half inning is done, we'll have our mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. We'll get you caught up as to what's been transpiring so far here at the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. Pitch is out of the strike zone, and it's 1-1 now to Zella Nutzelman. We're tied at 4 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Next offering on the way is high. 2 balls and 1 strike the count.
Nutzelman was one of 5 strikeouts here so far tonight for Horning.
Yep, Horning's been doing a decent job getting the ball into the strike zone as she delivers the strike here. It's 2-2. Only 1 free pass yielded so far by Albany's junior right-hander. She has struck out, as JP mentioned, 5 batters. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and it's ball 3.
Let's see what she pitches here. Would imagine it tries to find the zone, obviously, full count, but it'd be huge to get a runner on first.
And we have a swing and a miss, and Nutzelman is down on strikes for the 2nd time. That brings us into our mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. The Albany Huskies grabbed the early lead on a Claire Lacey base hit in the top of the first inning. Alexandria came back, put 3 on the board, highlighted by a 2-out, 2-run single off the bat of Cardinals third baseman Rachel Moore. Alexandria then extended the lead to 4-1 on a sacrifice fly by Addie Johnson, but then Albany struck, loading up the bases in the top of the third inning and plating 3, and we have a 4-4 game. Alexandria has out-hit Albany 5-4 at this juncture of the game, and each team has made 1 error. Alexandria is seeking win number 8 on the season, Albany in search of win number 3. That is your mid-game report, brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. JP and yours truly, D-Mac, will be back with a play-by-play of inning number 4 next.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple.
Addie Johnson now the pitcher of record for Alexandria. She inherited a bases-loaded 2-out situation in the top of the third inning and got a called third strike out of Josie Dingman. She faces Kira Horning leading off the fourth inning, and the first offering missed the strike zone. The next one is out of the strike zone, so it's 2-0.
Yeah, and it was exactly what the doctor ordered back in half an inning or an inning ago, is just a change of speed, just a different pitcher, trying to get different eyes on the ball. So Addie Johnson, probably Alexandria's top pitcher. She has been for quite a while here for the Cardinals, and she came out and pitched a really good at-bat.
Yeah, she's logged the most innings of anybody that has thrown varsity on this roster for Alexandria. She does deliver a strike here, so it's 3-1 to Kira Horning. Next pitch on the way, and this one's popped in the air. Left side of the infield, and the catch will be made by Ava Klimek, and there's one away. Good recovery there by Addie Johnson after falling behind in the count, 3-0.
And that pitch that back in the third inning, that pitch that ended the inning was mentioned to you off the air. It was just an incredible off-speed. It was almost like a curveball that from here you can still tell that it looked like it wasn't going in the zone, and then it just dropped right in.
So that was a key out to keep this a 4-4 game. Claire Lacey swings and misses at the first offering, and it's 1 strike. Lacey has yet to be retired today, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. She takes low and in, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, she was able to score the first run today as well. Well, she hit in the first run, I should say.
Yep, RBI single back in the first inning to get the Huskies on the board. She takes upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 4-4 our score in inning number 4. On an overcast day, but so far, at least in the Alexandria area, the rain has held off. Here's a pitch out of the strike zone, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, I'd imagine that was outside or inside. It's hard to tell from here, but it looked like it was a good level, at least.
Next offering, swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Emily Nicola started the game for Alexandria, but she is no longer the pitcher of record. She is still in the game defensively now in left field. And she's got a fly ball coming her way, and this one is going to be over the wall. And Claire Lacey is now 3 for 3 today as she goes yard. And the Albany Huskies take a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, that was it well, to say the least. Squared that up pretty good. And that cleared the fence by a foot or two.
Yeah, that was just a kind of a line shot that just got elevated, and Claire Lacey clears the wall, and Albany has taken its second 1-run lead of the day. It's now 5-4 for the Huskies.
You know, I made this home run animation on the YouTube page for a home run, and I really wanted to use it on a Cardinal home run first.
Yeah.
It works at least.
Okay. Well, let's hope you'll have to replicate it in the bottom half of one of these innings coming up. Anna Schiffler takes a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
0 for 2 here so far tonight with a strikeout looking and grounded out back in the third. Did actually get an RBI in that ground out, though.
Next pitch is low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Well, I kind of anticipated coming in that this is a game that might feature some runs. In the 3 games this week, Alexandria has averaged 11 runs a game. And right now, the Cardinals have 4, but they trail by 1 as Albany has scored in 3 of the 4 innings of batting. Count goes to 3-0 to Schiffler, and then she takes a strike. 3-1 the count. Katie Braun awaits her turn on deck. Now we've got a liner to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding first is Schiffler. She's going for second, and she'll slide in safely with a double.
Yeah, that just sneaked in fair, and it was moving foul, but a good hard hit ball there from Schiffler.
And I think Anna Schiffler had on her mind as she was getting out of the batter's box, we're going for 2 if this one drops in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she's in scoring position now for Braun. Albany now with 6 hits in today's game. And in this half inning, they're now halfway to the cycle. First pitch is a ball. It's 1-0 the count. The home run and the double are now out of the way in this half inning. Here's a bouncer foul to the left of home plate. And the count to Katie Braun is 1 ball and 1 strike.
Braun 0 for 2 here so far tonight with a strikeout back in the first and a ground out back in the third, similar to Schiffler. And hopefully, for Cardinals' sake, doesn't complete here.
Now a pitch gets off the glove of Greta Kelly, and that's going to move Anna Schiffler over to third base. So that will be a pass ball, moving the base runner 60 feet further down. And it's 2-1 to Katie Braun. Pitch on the way from Addie Johnson, swung on and missed. And we're even at 2-2. Again, a reminder, our KXRA 5 o'clock news hour is being preempted today due to our broadcast of Alexandria fast pitch softball. Here's a swing and a miss, and Braun is down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, just sped it up there after an off-speed pitch the pitch before, and Addie Johnson gets her second out of the inning.
So 2 gone here for Natalie Blonigan. Blonigan 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Takes outside for ball 1. JP, in a game like this, you know, it's key if you can get outs and leave runners in scoring position.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the pitcher you want on the mound for them as well. Johnson has done a lot of that.
Addie Johnson delivers a strike, evening the count to Natalie Blonigan at 1-1. Next pitch sails upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Albany has scored a run here in the top of the 4th inning to break the tie, and the Huskies lead 5-4. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that will even things at 2-2.
Another good pitch there. Just sped it right past the bat.
Can Addie Johnson get the strikeout or an out of any manner to keep a runner at third? Here's a ball beaten foul at the plate. So it's still 2-2 to Natalie Blonigan.
Yeah, Blonigan's thankful she got a piece of that one. She was way out in front of that ball where Addie Johnson just slowed it down.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Blonigan. Runner at third and 2 gone. Next pitch in the dirt for strike 3. And now they'll have to throw to first to complete the strikeout, and that will be the case. The runner Schiffler was coming down from third, but because the strikeout was completed 2-3, that run by Schiffler will not count. But Albany takes the lead here in the top of the 4th inning on a Claire Lacey solo home run. 2 hits in the inning and 1 left on board. New score after 3.5 innings on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Albany leads at Alexandria 5-4.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing.
America's best checking for students. Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
High school fast pitch softball complex. Alexandria trails Albany by a run. It's 5-4. The Huskies with 1 in the first inning, 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Actually, the 3 runs were in the third inning. Alexandria 3 in the first and 1 in the second. Maya Hergis will be the leadoff batter for the Cardinals as she faces the Albany junior right-hander, Kira Horning.
This is where Alexandria's top hitters, I mean, they got to get on base. They have all night.
And it's not going to be the case here as first pitch swinging. Hergis grounds to the shortstop, Josie Dingman, and she'll make the play. Throw over to first is good for the out. So Horning getting into a little bit of a groove here. She has now set down 5 consecutive batters.
Yeah, it seems like Alexandria is just having a hard time getting solid contact on Horning, but that was a decently well-hit ball by Hergis. Just unlucky for her, it was hit right to second base.
1 ball, no strikes to Ava Klimek. Next pitch is cut on and missed. 1-1 the count. Klimek with her second plate appearance right now. She was the strikeout victim back in the first inning. Actually, inning number 2 is when she struck out. She takes low here, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, this would be huge if Ava Klimek could get on base here, get to the top of the order with only 1 out. And Klimek's got speed, too, so get on base and anything can happen.
Yeah, in some ways, she can almost serve as a de facto leadoff hitter at the bottom of the order for the Alexandria Cardinals. Of course, she is a veteran, still an underclassman for the Alexandria fast pitch softball team. 2-2 pitch on the way, and it's fouled back, and we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Turn into a pretty good at-bat here for Klimek, though, staying alive and getting a piece of the ball here. But like we said, I mean, if Klimek could just get on, she most likely, we've seen it a lot when she does get on base, just take second and you got your top hitters.
Next pitch, a bit off the plate, and that will fill the count out at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So this plate appearance will require a minimum of 7 pitches before the outcome is decided. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. The catcher, Lacey, dropped the ball, so she'll have to throw to first to complete the strikeout. And there are 2 away here in the last of the 4th inning.
Just fired it right by. I mean, Horning it seems like her velocity has gone up as the game has gone longer here today. And Alexander's just having a hard time keeping up right now.
Addie Johnson steps in now, and she lines one to right field down the line. That's going to drop in for a hit. There goes Johnson off to second, and she'll be in with a 2-out stand-up double.
And that's why she's batting first, too. Just a really good opposite field hit. They've been hitting to right field a lot here today, and Alexandria is keeping the inning alive with Mari Kavit up.
Yep, Kavit will try to get on base. She has reached twice. Officially, she does not have an official at-bat. Sacrifice bunt and a walk. Now she grounds one left side foul.
Had a really good at-bat in the second. Did get down and worked her way back up to a walk to keep the inning alive in the second.
She is the only base runner to get on by virtue of a walk today. 7 strikeouts for Kira Horning to go with the 1 free pass to Kavit back in the second. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
And in my opinion, from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like Alexander is really chasing too bad of pitches either. It's just Horning is a flamethrower out there right now, just throwing the ball really hard.
Next pitch is cut on and missed, and Amari Kavit is down on strikes. That's 8 Ks and 4 innings of work for junior Kira Horning in the circle. Alexandria has the 2-out double off the bat of Addie Johnson. She gets stranded at second. We'll head to the 5th on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity fast pitch softball. It's Albany 5, Alexandria 4.
Give them the freedom to.
Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers for 30 years, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings, quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
5th inning ahead here at Alexandria Area High School's fast pitch softball complex. Albany with a 5-4 lead over the Alexandria Cardinals. The Huskies and the Cards each have 6 hits today. Each has 1 error in the field. Samantha Zierden leads off the 5th inning and takes a strike from Addie Johnson. Next pitch on the way, and that is cut on and missed, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, a 1-2-3 inning obviously is what you want, and it would go a long ways for Alexandria, who, I mean, we've talked about it. They've gotten a lot of runs this year, and they haven't shown it a whole lot here today, but they've shown the ability to get on base. So they got to get that going in the next inning.
Pitch is outside to Zierden, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next offering, a fastball cut on and missed. And Zierden's down on strikes, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, just threw it right by her. Zierden has had a really 1-for-2 here today before that strikeout. Did have an RBI as well.
Now here is Rowan Ellingson stepping in, and the first pitch is out of the strike zone. She has gotten on base with 2 free tickets today. Walks in the 2nd and 3rd. Next offering, roll to the right side. Mari Kavit makes the play. Throw over to Lauren Hornstein at first is good for the out. Quickly 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was a perfect pitch as well. Just get the ground ball, and Alexandria's infield. I mean, they're defensively they're a very good team, and showed it right there. Mari Kavit, a nice clean ground out.
And now Cora Rushmeyer will step in. First pitch to her is a ball, and it's 1-0.
She's 0 for 1 here tonight. Does have a walk back in the 3rd.
So 1-0 the count here. Next pitch, been out of the strike zone, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. Next offering is in from Addie Johnson, and the count is 2-1.
Yeah, that's just a tough pitch to keep up with and swing at, too. It's one of those, it just drops down in the zone, but it's also just got some velocity to it. And then she slows it down with that. That looked like a strike from here, but must have been a little off the home plate.
So it's 3-1 now to Rushmeyer. 2 gone, nobody on base, top of the 5th inning. Next offering is fouled back, and that's going to fill the count out at 3-2.
A little bit of a rise ball there, tricked Rushmeyer, able to swing, and she got a piece of it, but might have swung at ball 4.
So we'll have a payoff on the way to the Albany center fielder Cora Rushmeyer. Here it is. It's low for ball 4. So the Huskies have yet to be retired in order in any half inning of batting. So back we go to the top of the order for Josie Dingman.
And that is, I believe that's Addie Johnson's first walk since she came in relief.
That is correct. Yep. She's gone through the batting order now one full time. And 1 walk and 4 strikeouts in basically 2 innings of relief. She delivers a strike to Dingman. Next pitch is skied foul. And this is going to be just over the screen. And I believe it may have bounced off the Albany Huskies dugout down the first base line.
So 0-2 now, and Maddie Johnson is one that just, you get it 0-2, you get ahead of the count, and she might throw that heater right over the strike zone. Try to get to the swing.
And Dingman does, but fouls it off. So it's still 0-2. Dingman Johnson came into the game to face Dingman in a bases-loaded 2-out situation in the third, and Josie Dingman got called out on strikes. Here's the 2-strike offering. It's upstairs, and it's 1-2.
I was just going to say that she struck her out on a nasty curveball and tried to do it again right there, but just didn't get that nail in there enough to get some more spin.
Next pitch is up and in, and that evens the count out at 2-2. 5-4, Albany has the lead. We are in the top of the 5th inning in this non-conference matchup at Alexandria Area High School. Next pitch fouled back by Dingman, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just able to stay alive there. Was under the ball, but got a little piece of it.
Dingman, her 4th plate appearance today, and she takes a little bit inside. Didn't seem to miss by much, but it's ruled ball 3.
No, it was dropping at the last second, so just must have been the placement there behind the plate, but a good take there from Dingman, who struck out twice tonight.
And now we've got a grounder left side, and this will go foul, so still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Josie Dingman. If the half inning can continue, Kira Horning would have the chance to bat for the Albany Huskies.
Dingman will have 9 pitches in this at-bat for sure.
Yep, she's fouled off 3 2-strike pitches. She awaits another 3-2 from Alexandria junior Addie Johnson. Here it is, and it's outside for ball 4. So that's back-to-back bases on balls issued here. And you've got runners at first and second for Horning.
And I think Dingman thought she was struck out there. It was a really good pitch, just must have missed a little outside the zone.
So base runners at first and second. Horning in the game is 1 for 2 with a base on balls. First offering is rolled back to the pitcher circle. Easy play for Johnson. Throw to first retires Horning, and the threat is by the boards for the visitors. Top of the 5th inning for Albany. No runs, no hits, no Alexandria errors. 2 walks and 2 left on board. Through 4.5 innings on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity fast pitch softball, it's Albany 5, Alexandria 4.
Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers for 30 years, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings, quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Welcome to the spirit of Laketown hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
Welcome back to the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. JP Boleen and yours truly, D-Mac, Dave McClurg, bringing you Cardinal Softball on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria. 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We also have the audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And, of course, we thank you for watching our coverage tonight as we have the live video with the KXRA play-by-play on our YouTube channel. JP Boline doing the double duty today as he's our videographer for the YouTube coverage, and he grabs the headset mic as well. So in essence, you're juggling a lot of bowling pins or baseballs or oranges or whatever the case might be.
It seems like a camera right now. I know they can't see the setup, but it's unique, I think is the word I would use.
Leadoff batter is Brooklyn McPhail in the fifth inning, and she fouls a pitch off. Yeah, we got here and we were thinking, we'll have an extra table out and the tripod can be set up, and it doesn't quite get to the top of the fence level. So
yeah, and we got the top and got a pretty good view of the diamond, so we're happy.
1 strike here to McPhail. Next pitch is low and in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The heart of the order for the Cardinals will bat against the junior right-hander Kira Horning here in the fifth. McPhail, Greta Kelly, and Lauren Hornstein.
McPhail's had a pretty good day. 2 base hits and did get home on in the first inning, and also had a stolen base.
Yeah, so she has yet to be retired today, though she's behind in the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. This part of the order, hitters 3, 4, and 5 have combined to go 2 for 6 so far today. Next pitch to McPhail, a little bit upstairs, and that evens the count out at 2-2.
Good eye there from McPhail.
I think one of the variables in this game today, as the 2-2 pitch is on the way from Horning. Ground ball, and it's into center field. That's a base hit for Brooklyn McPhail. And she's 3 for 3 today. And she leads off the bottom of the fifth inning. So I was about to expound on my thought. I think one of the variables here is that Albany's pitcher, Kira Horning, has been more effective getting the ball into the strike zone today than Alexandria's 2 pitchers, starter Emily Nicola and Addie Johnson.
Yeah, not many walks to talk about as a bunt goes foul, but for Alexandria, she's just been pounding the strike zone, and it's working for her so far tonight as well. There's a lot of strikeouts, 8 strikeouts as we mentioned, and but right now Alexandria is threatening. They got their leadoff runner on. That's exactly what they wanted, and now trying to advance.
And now we've got a bunt, and this will go foul off the bat of Greta Kelly. So 2 strikes now the count. Kelly struck out swinging in the first inning, and then gave the ball a really good ride out to left field. It ended up being a deep flyout caught by Rowan Ellingson out in left in the second.
Yeah, from right off the bat as she swings and hits one foul, I believe. Yeah, but it looked like it might be gone, or it might just find some gap. But it was just a really good read, and hunt in the air a little too far, too much.
So 2 strikes here to Kelly, batting with nobody out and a base runner on. She fouls another 2-strike pitch off. And Greta Kelly, just a sophomore this spring for Alexandria, she does have some power in her bat.
Absolutely. We saw a lot of that last year already.
Here's the 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout there. And Kelly's down on strikes for the second time today. So 1 gone, and Lauren Hornstein will be the batter.
I mean, Kelly saw, I believe that was 5 pitches, and I think all 5 were in the strike zone, which against a hitter like Kelly, you don't see a ball that doesn't get in play when you throw the ball down the strike zone 5 straight times. Just the power she's showing tonight from the pitcher.
Pitch is cut on and missed, and it's now a count of 1-1. And this might be a different batter here. I'm trying to decipher watching through the chain link fence here.
It might be, maybe if it is number 4, it'd be Lauren Getch, which I believe that is what it says.
Yep, so Getch hitting for Hornstein here in the 5th inning. So, and she works to count out to 3 balls and 1 strike. Brooklyn McPhail is the base runner at first. There's 1 gone here in the 5th inning. Next offering rolled to the right side into center field. That's going to be a base hit. So the Cardinals do get a base runner on. And now runners at first and second. So Lauren Getch able to come through there for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Good swing there, and another hit up the middle. That's the Cardinals have hit a lot of balls in the right field and a lot up the middle, just grounding it in between short and second.
So now Rachel Moore will step in. She swings and skies one to right field, but this is going to drop foul. And it's one strike. So Alexandria has the potential tying run now in scoring position, and the potential go-ahead run at first base.
Yeah, Rachel Moore gave Alexandria a 3-1 lead back in the first with a 2 RBI single. Hopefully she can do that again here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, she has put the ball in play twice today. She was retired on a fly ball to right last time up in the third. 5-4 Albany, bottom of the fifth inning. Here's a little roller left side. Third baseman makes the play. Throw to first is good for the out. So Rachel Moore is retired. The runners do move up to second and third. So now you've got Brooklyn McPhail at third base and Lauren Getch in scoring position.
It's a productive out there for Moore, who's hit the ball well here today. Her fly out to right field earlier on today was still a hard hit ball, but that one advances the runners. So second and third now.
So Zella Nutzelman steps in, swings and misses at the first pitch. She's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Next one is upstairs, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, she struck out looking back in the first and struck out swinging back in the third.
Next offering is off to the screen, and here comes the potential tying run. Who will score? A wild pitch is going to bring in Brooklyn McPhail. Meanwhile, the trailing runner, Lauren Getch, will head over to third, and that wild one will create a 5-5 tie here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Absolutely huge. It was heads-up base running, and we talked about a little earlier how the backstop's a little short. They need that perfect ball to find, well, the backstop, and they were able to do that, and Alexandria ties the game at 5.
Yep, the count now 2-1 to Zella Nutzelman. Lined up by Kira Horning. Next pitch is fouled back to the screen, and that will even it out at 2-2. So the Cardinals have actually scored 3 of their runs today with 2 outs. Rachel Moore with the 2-run single back in the first. Now a run scores on a wild pitch. Next offering, line to right field down the line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to give Alexandria the lead, and Nutzelman will go to second with an RBI double.
How about that? That was a really well hit ball, and after 2 strikeouts here today, she comes through and a really, really nice hit ball to right field, able to score the go-ahead run.
So Alexandria will take a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Maya Hergis will step in. And she skies one foul. This will be out of play. And the count 1 strike.
Hergis started her day off in the second with a leadoff triple. It was a hit to right center field, and she did not stop running.
Next offering is in the dirt, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
If she does that again, then Alexandria would be up by 2.
Yeah, the Cardinals could use some insurance here as they've scored twice to take the lead. Next offering is swung on. This one skied to right center field. This one is deep, and it's off the glove of the right fielder. This is going to score a run. Meanwhile, Hergis going for third. She has her second triple of the day, and Alexandria takes a 7-5 lead.
And there it is. That was such a well-hit ball out to right field, and Maya Hergis, 2 triples in 1 day. Have a day.
Yeah, I think we're going to make Maya Hergis RBI triple our Smoke and Brews and Q's smoke and play of the game. A key 2-out hit to deliver another run. And Ava Klimek will step in. She rolls one left side, and that's foul. 1 strike the count. So Alexandria now has plated 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Second 3-run inning today for Alexandria. And the Cardinals are up by 2. The windup by Horning. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 2 strikes to Ava Klimek.
Klimek 0 for 2 here today, both strikeouts and both swinging strikeouts as well. So trying to solve Horning.
The junior right-hander winds up and deals. Low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Alexandria's at times have had a hard time just catching up to Horning, but when they have contact, it goes right field and it drops down.
There's a good swing by Klimek to foul it off, and it's still 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Cardinals have put together 4 hits in this inning and now stand at 10 for the day. 1-2 offering. A little bit upstairs, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye there from Klimek.
Yeah, she's getting her 3rd look at the Albany junior right-hander Kira Horning.
If Klimek can get on and get Addie Johnson to the plate as she looks at another ball, Addie Johnson's 2 for 2. She does have a sacrifice fly as well, so it would be huge for Alexandria.
Payoff pitch will be forthcoming to the Cardinals shortstop Ava Klimek. Here it is, and it's low for ball 4. So Klimek able to coax the walk to keep this half inning going. That's only the 2nd free pass that the Alexandria Cardinals have been given today by Kira Horning. And now Sonia Hoffarth, the head coach of the Albany Huskies, is going to come out and have a conference with Horning and the rest of the Albany infielders.
Yeah, it's to the point where, Alexandria might be starting to solve Horning. They kind of did earlier in the ball game, but now they're getting a couple of more balls to hit grass and another walk or a walk now. So we'll see if it looks like she is going to stay in the game, but just trying to get a breather here for the Huskies.
Yep. Addie Johnson, as JP mentioned, has had some effective plate appearances today. A double in the 1st inning, double in the 4th inning, sandwiched in between a sacrifice fly. She doesn't want to get a sacrifice fly here because she can't with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, and I wonder if Klimek would be on the go here, up to 2 outs. She's on first.
Oh, first offering from Horning is popped in the air. Infield, left side, and it does not get caught. I don't know if there was a little bit of verbal confusion down the 3rd base line there or what the case might be, but that's a foul ball and pivotal here because it allows the at-bat to continue.
Yeah, and that's a gift given to someone who could do some danger with a gift. And that one, it just didn't look like anybody was committed to the pop-up.
And now we've got a liner out into center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Meanwhile, a run scores. The trailing runner, Ava Klimek, goes first to 3rd. And Addie Johnson, given that 2nd opportunity, is able to cash in. And the Cardinals now have an 8-5 lead.
Yeah, we're starting to see what Alexandria can do when they're given opportunities. And Addie Johnson comes through after a second chance, nearly popped out foul ground, but was given a second chance and really did damage with it.
And Mari Kavit will take a strike. Meanwhile, the trailing base runner, Addie Johnson, is going to take off to 2nd and not draw a throw. So it's 0-1 to Kavit. Alexandria has plated 4 in the bottom of the 5th to take an 8-5 lead. Now Kavit will foul a pitch off, and the count is 0-2.
Kavit struck out last inning back in the 4th on 3 pitches, I believe, if my handwriting does actually look right. And she had a sacrifice back in the 1st.
0-2 offering is wild to the backstop, but it comes quickly back toward home plate. And now we've got a throw down the 3rd base line. The pitcher, Horning, tried to pick off the lead base runner over at 3rd, Ava Klimek, who got back in safely.
Well, it's one of those good bounces for the catcher on a wild pitch that just went right back. And then I don't know if Horning was trying to throw the ball or try to hold it, and it just slipped out. And actually, the throw from the catcher to the pitcher after getting that wild pitch did go wide as well. So if Klimek did go on that wild pitch, she would have been safe, but it was a gamble that she wasn't willing to take, and I think it was probably smart if the play was made cleanly.
Kvitt now works the count out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next offering is upstairs, and it's 3-2. 2 runners on board, both in scoring position. Ava Klimek over at third base and Addie Johnson at second. And the payoff is on the way from Horning. And it's swung on line to right field, and that one's over the head of the Albany right fielder, and that's going to score 2. Kvitt's going to round second. She's going for third. She's in with a triple. Alexandria has 6 in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Cardinals now take a 10-5 lead. So Mari Kvitt is able to come through with her first hit of the day, a 2-run triple. And this is a 6-run bottom of the 5th inning for Alexandria. And the one who got it all started, Brooklyn McPhail, is going to step in to bat for the Cardinals.
Another wild pitch here.
Yep, not quite. Kvitt holding at third, so. But it did get away from the dish, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. So Alexandria's had a productive bottom of the 5th inning. A number of key 2-out hits along the way. Here's the next pitch, and that's in for a strike. 1-1 now to Brooklyn McPhail. She's 3 for 3 in today's contest with 3 singles, including 1 here to start the 5th inning. Pitch is up and away, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, she got the base hit when Alexandria needed that lead base runner, and she was able to come home and score as well.
Here's a pitch skied in the air. This one may stay in play, but it's going to drop foul. Nice attempt by the Huskies first baseman there as Natalie Blonigan was running away from the infield to try to make the grab. And it is actually, I believe that's now a new first baseman, Caitlin Brickweg, now in at first base. She made the good attempt at the catch. 2-2 the count. Next pitch is lined to left field, and this one's going to drop in for a hit. Brooklyn McPhail now 4 for 4 today. Mari Kvitt comes across with a 7th Alexandria run, and the Cardinals now lead 11-5.
Yeah, just another good at-bat here, and Alexandria has really figured out Horning.
Yep, to the tune of 7 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Greta Kelly. First offering is upstairs. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Greta Kelly did strike out in her at-bat in this inning, but she has had a couple of good contacts here tonight.
She's going to try to get the timing on one of these. Healthy cut here, but comes up empty, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, she just has that kind of swing where if it makes contact, you just have to think that it's out of here.
11-5, Alexandria now with the lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a pop-up. Back behind second, and the ball is going to be dropped, and everybody's going to be safe. So the catch was not made by the shortstop, Josie Dingman, and that's going to allow this inning to continue.
Yeah, and it's just given Alexandria even more area to get more runs and even more life here with 2 outs.
So a dropped pop-up is going to extend the inning, and let's see if we're going to have Lauren Getch back at the plate here. This would be her 2nd appearance. And I think we're also going to have a new pitcher, as I think coming out of the dugout here is Tegan Crumley. And I think she's going to actually take a spot in the outfield here as she'll go out to left. And I believe that means switch around, as I think the new pitcher is going to be Caitlin Brickweg here. So Brickweg, who came into the game earlier as a defensive replacement at first base, is now going to do the pitching here in the bottom of the fifth. And I believe Rowan Ellingson may be out of the game here, unless she moved to first. Still waiting to see who will go in at first base, but
yeah, they're bundled up there.
So pitching change here in the last of the fifth inning, as Alexandria has batted 11 here in the bottom of the fifth. 7 have come in to score, and the Cardinals, who entered the half inning down by a run, now lead 11-5. And more tune-up tosses here for the Huskies' Caitlin Brickweg before she faces Lauren Hornstein. So, or I'm sorry, I believe it'll be Lauren Getch here. So, first offering is in for a strike, and now moving down to second base is Greta Kelly, so she does not draw a throw. Okay. 0-1 the count here. And the next pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. 2 strikes here to Lauren Getch. Next pitch is bounced to the left side and bobbled by the shortstop, and no play will be made. Second error in this half inning by Josie Dingman, and that's going to score a run. It allows the half inning to continue. The Cardinals now have 8 in the bottom of the fifth inning and take a 12-5 lead. So now the batter, Rachel Moore, and with the trailing runner taking off for second base, she will be in and does not draw a throw. So it is a count of 1 ball, no strikes. And here's a roller foul. And it's a count of 1-1. I believe JP has been doing some adjustments on the fly with our YouTube feed here, so we should be back to live action here. And now we've got a liner out to left field, and that's going to be a base hit. 2 more runs are going to come in, and Alexandria has broken this game wide open. The Cardinals now lead 14-5.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have, but Alexandria's been hitting so good that we had a battery die on the camera. So
didn't realize that good offense could create such a tough situation there. Now we've got a grounder left side. Dingman will flip to second, and that will get the force of Rachel Moore. And Zella Nutzelman, for the second time batting this inning, gets retired for the first time in this half inning as she reaches on a fielder's choice. But an explosive bottom of the fifth inning for the Cardinals. They bat 14 and score a total of 10, and will head to the 6th on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads Albany 14-5.
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Welcome back to the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. Along with J.P. Boleen, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer. Alexandria, by virtue of a 10-run bottom of the fifth inning, now has a 9-run lead, and Addie Johnson will face Claire Lacey to lead off the sixth inning. First pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Lacey's been a tough batter to retire today. Singles in the first and third innings, and then she actually hit a solo home run off of Johnson with one out in the fourth inning to give Albany a 5-4 lead. That seems rather long ago.
It does, yeah, and that one was hit hard out to left field for Lacey, but she had a couple of singles that one did actually get out to left, and one was out to right, I believe.
Now we've got a ground ball knocked down by Rachel Moore. Throws to first, and it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman, Lauren Hornstein, who's back in on the re-entry rule. And that's going to be a throwing error charged to Rachel Moore.
Yeah, and that's too bad. That was a really good stop there as the ball just bounced and at the last second just caught a bounce and got her right up in the chin area. And it was a good hard throw, too. It was maybe on time. But it's a good effort.
First pitch to Anna Schiffler is a strike, and it is 0-1. Goal here for Addie Johnson. Get outs, and now we've got a liner out into center. That's going to be a base hit. And now you're going to have runners at first and second for the Albany Huskies. So Albany, being down by 9 runs, still has the opportunity to continue hitting, and they'll try to put some dents on the board here to make sure that Alexandria tries not to close it out in the bottom of the sixth. Runners at first and second here for Katie Braun.
Braun struck out twice here tonight, one from Addie Johnson back in the fourth.
Yeah, Johnson has come on. She has struck out a total of 4 batters. She's walked a couple in today's game. She stands to be the pitcher of record. Here's a throw down to third, and I believe the base runner is going to be in safely.
Ooh, that was close.
Risky base running there by Claire Lacey, but ball in the dirt, and she made it in ahead of the throw. So it is 0-2 now to Katie Braun. Next pitch, a little bit outside, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cardinals seeking a third consecutive win, and potentially are 6 outs away from making that happen. Here's a foul ball back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, threw the heater there and just tried to get it past and just got a little piece of it was Braun. So kind of similar at bat to what she had back in the fourth. Johnson looking to get the similar result as well.
Next offering is a swing and a foul ball at the plate. So Braun will keep going with a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. I believe Caitlin Brickweg is the on-deck hitter. Here's a ground ball left side foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes still. 14 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for actually now 2 errors with the one earlier this half inning for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. Throw will have to go down to first to complete the strikeout. Throw back to the plate will not be in time, so the Huskies will score a run, and the trailing base runner goes to third. It's going to be a strikeout, 2-3, and there's 1 down. No RBI for Katie Braun, but the Huskies do score the run to make it 14-6.
Yeah, it's just good aggressive base running. You have to do that when you're down by 9, so good on the Huskies. It was a good awareness play there by Hornstein at first base, though, to throw it right back home on the strikeout and throw to first.
So 1 gone with a runner at third, and Brickweg will now step in. Pitch to her is a little bit upstairs. 1-0 to Brickweg. I believe this is her first plate appearance in today's game. Here's a strike, and that evens things out at 1-1. So Albany has now scored in 4 of the 6 innings of batting, but in 3 of those innings, it's been a single run. The 3 spot came in the top of the 3rd. Alexandria scored in 3 of the 5 innings of batting, but the major damage was a 10-run bottom of the 5th. 14-6, the Cardinals with the lead right now. Here's a pitch low and in, and it's 3 balls, and actually, I believe the count was 3-1, and now a walk on 5 pitches. So, and base runners now at the corners, and here's a conference as the Cardinals co-coach Jackie Stifter comes out, having a conference with the Alexandria infielders here. I think we're going to get a courtesy runner in for the base runner at first, and that's going to be Peyton Bierman here. So she is the courtesy runner for the batter that is serving as the pitcher. And earlier in the game, Bierman was a courtesy runner for Kira Horning, but here she's the courtesy runner for Brickwig. Samantha Zierden now stepping in, and she fouls one back. It's 1 strike.
She has a RBI single back in the 3rd inning when Albany did bat around once. They got through all the batters, but did strike out back in the 5th.
Next offering is upstairs, and the trailing base runner, Bierman, will go down to second. I think we'll put that in our book as defensive indifference here. That Alexandria up by 8 runs here with 1 out in the 6th inning. Wind up by Addie Johnson. Next pitch is fouled back, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, just got a piece of that one. Wouldn't be surprised we see Addie Johnson climb the ladder a little bit.
Yep, Johnson has struck out 5 in her 3+ innings of relief work, but here a ball gets put into play, and it's going to be a ground ball single to left. And Zierden's actually going to make it to second as the Cardinals a little bit lackadaisical in getting the ball back to the infield. So it'll be a 2-run double for Zierden, and Albany has scored 3 here in the top of the 6th inning, and it's now 14-8.
Yeah, just good contact there from Zierden, and I mean Albany's made this a game now.
Yep, they're not intent, at least in having this game end early to a mercy rule. At least if that's going to be the case, Alexandria is going to have to put more runs on the board. Not to say that the Cardinals won't do it, but 14-8 now, and count goes to 1-1 to the Albany Huskies batter. Rowan Ellingson in the 8th spot in the order, 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. There's a pitch that's out of the strike zone, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second for Albany, 1 out here in the 6th. The Huskies have scored 3 times. Here's a ground ball foul left side, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Alexandria and Addie Johnson, just gotta find that other out right now and just get out of this inning.
Next pitch is in there for strike 3 called. So the Albany Huskies batter out on strikes. 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. 6 Ks now for Addie Johnson in relief, and 10 for the Cardinals pitchers today. Here's a slow bouncer left side, and a nice scoop at first base by the Cardinals' Lauren Hornstein on that ground ball hit to Rachel Moore. So that'll be a 5-3 ground ball putout. That's all for Albany in the top of the 6th inning. The Huskies do score 3 on a couple of hits. 1 Alexandria Cardinal error, 1 runner left on base. Last of the 6th inning coming up at the Alexandria Fast Pitch Softball Complex. New numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's the Alexandria Cardinals 14, the Albany Huskies 8.
You want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Alexandria up by 6 runs as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Alexandria 14, Albany 8. The Cardinals have out-hit the Huskies today, 14-8. Alexandria with 2 errors, Albany with 3. And the leadoff batter, Maya Hergis, swings and misses. 1 strike the count. Hergis has had some pop in the bat. Had an RBI triple last time up. That gave Alexandria a 7-5 lead and was one of the catalysts to what turned out to be a 10-run bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Hergis just showing that speed and just good hitting ability here as well as she swings and misses at strike number 2. But back in the 2nd inning, she got the inning started with a triple as well, and she was ended up coming home and scoring too, so showing a lot of pop here, as you said.
And now a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout of Hergis. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. First strikeout for Galen Brickweg today, and the 10th overall for Albany pitching. And now we've got a bunt attempt that goes foul, and it's 1 strike.
Ava
Klimek batting here.
Ava Klimek worked a really nice at-bat back last inning in the 5th. She was able to have a 0-2 go to a full count walk.
Yep, that was good work on her part, and that was at a time where Alexandria was still in a tight game. I think it was 7-5 at that point, and now we got a line out to right field, and the catch is going to be made out there by Ella Sunderman, who's now in right for the Huskies.
Yeah, that was hit hard and right to Sunderman, so good play there out in right.
So 2 gone, and we go back to the top of the order for Addie Johnson. Johnson officially today 3 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. She also has a couple of runs batted in. So she has been the igniter at the top of the lineup for Alexandria.
Yeah, and she had a huge RBI single last inning, and she was actually had second life because it looked like that she popped out in foul ground territory, but it was a mistake from somebody from the Huskies, and she made a pay for that.
Now she works the count to 2-0, and then swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's the second time Alexandria in this inning has swung and missed. Hergis did as well in that pitch. Just must look like it's coming right in the zone, really slow, and then just drops.
Now we got a ground ball left side, and that's going to go foul. So 2-2 now to Addie Johnson. Alexandria up by 6 runs. The Cardinals, big bottom of the 5th inning as 14 came to the plate and 10 scored. And now we got a sharp ground ball into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Addie Johnson. So she's now...
She moves to second, too.
Yep.
Good awareness there from Addie Johnson.
Hustle double there, so she's into scoring position here with 2 gone for Mari Kavit.
Yeah, now you got a runner in scoring position for Mari Kavit, who also had a triple back in last inning. She had 2 at-bats last inning, but did have an RBI.
First offering is a strike, and it's 0-1.
Should say a couple RBIs last inning.
Yep. That was part of that 10-run bottom of the 5th inning for Alexandria. Now we got a chopper left side. Shortstop makes the play. Throw to first is good for the out. And that will be all for Alexandria. So no further damage done after Addie Johnson's 2-out hustle double. So the Alexandria Cardinals need 3 outs to get win number 8 on the year. Albany needs 6 runs or more to keep the game going. Through 6 full on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in fast pitch softball, Alexandria leads Albany 14-8.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors, your best price dealer.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Along with JP Boline, this is DMAC, Dave McClurg, back with you at the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex, where the Cardinals have a 14-8 lead. And Addie Johnson, the pitcher of record for Alexandria, hoping to record the necessary outs to give it Alexandria victory number 8 so far this spring. The Cardinals came in at 7-2. Top of the order with Josie Dingman leading off. First pitch is a ball.
She's walked twice and struck out twice.
And I believe she had 1 walk and 1 strikeout against the starter, Emily Nicola, and same resume against this pitcher, Addie Johnson.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, she was Addie Johnson's first batter here today.
Yeah, big pitch at that point in the game. It was a 4-4 tie in the 3rd. Bases loaded, 2-out situation, and Addie Johnson dropped in a called 3rd strike. Here's the next offering, and it's a little bit outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Johnson, through 3 1/3 innings of relief work, has struck out 6 batters. She has walked 3. Now she gives up a line base hit to center. It'll be relayed back in by Maya Hergis, and Dingman leads off the 7th inning with a single.
Well, if you're Albany, that's the way you got to start if you want to rally.
Yeah, need base runners, and now I believe it's going to be Kira Horning batting. I think she is now defensively in the game in the outfield after being in the pitcher's circle at the start. So if she reaches base, she will not be replaced with a courtesy runner.
Great stop there by Kelly at catcher, able to keep Dingman at first.
2 balls, no strikes to Kira Horning. Batting with 1 on and nobody out in the 7th. Alexandria trying to secure 3 more outs to get a victory.
Horning's 1 for 3 here today with a walk.
Wind up. Next pitch is upstairs, and it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. As Kira Horning faces Addie Johnson. Next offering is high and away, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk.
Actually, I don't think that was Horning. Can't see the number right now, though.
So the base runner, yep, you are correct. I believe that is Tegan Crumley who batted. So Crumley ended up being in Horning's spot. So So she draws the 4th pitch walk, and Claire Lacey takes a pitch out of the strike zone for ball 1. That's right. Crumley actually came into the game as a defensive replacement earlier, and so she is in the number 2 spot in the batting order. So 1 ball, no strikes here to the Huskies' Claire Lacey.
She's been impossible to get out so far here tonight, 4 for 4, with 3 singles and a home run on the night.
Actually, yeah, the last time up she reached on an error, so so that would make her 3 for 4 today. So, and now she's in front in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. A game that is now pushing a little more than 2 hours in length. And we got a strike here to Lacey, and it's 2-1.
It's a really good pitch there, just slowing it down and able to find the zone. Her best pitch is that little curveball that can just find the zone. I think she just did it again.
Yep, delivers inside, so it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Addie Johnson towing the rubber. Next pitch, a healthy cut but no contact. Let's see if Addie can deliver 1 more of those here and maybe record a strikeout.
Seems like when she finds that pitch right there, then that confidence just keeps rolling in.
Here's the payoff. It's rolled into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Knocked down, but it's going to be relayed back in. It's going to score a run. And Albany has a run in. Now runners at first and second, and the first 3 batters have gotten on here in the top of the 7th inning. So Claire Lacey will collect her 4th hit of the game, and it's an RBI single.
Yeah, another RBI as well for Lacey. Yeah, that was just a hard-hit ball, and she's just had a really good day.
And now Anna Schiffler will bat. First pitch is ball 1. So 14-9 is now the score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Next pitch, low, and it's 2-0. Well, the Huskies still need a couple of more base runners to get that potential tying run to the plate. They've had an encouraging start so far with the first 3 getting on. And now it's 3-0 to Schiffler. Katie Braun would be the on-deck hitter. Base runners at first and second, and nobody out here in the 7th inning. Wind up. Next pitch is in for a strike. And the count is 3-1. Tegan Crumley is the lead base runner at second, and Claire Lacey is on at first. And now she'll move to second as we have a 5-pitch walk. So runners everywhere for the Albany Huskies on what has turned out to be the 5th free pass issued by Addie Johnson and the 11th issued by the Alexandria Cardinal pitchers today.
And it looks like Addie Johnson's night pitching will be over, and Maya Herges is going to come in.
Yeah, so she'll become the 3rd player to work in the circle for Alexandria. Addie Johnson will go back out to center field, which is where she started the game. So she'll be out there, and Maya Herges will try to record the necessary 3 outs to get this one into the winner's circle for the Alexandria Cardinals. So Addie Johnson worked a little more than 3 innings today, 3 1/3. He's given up 4 runs to this point, responsible for the 3 base runners on.
Yeah, Herges just got to obviously get a couple of outs here. Just get that first one, though. It's okay to surrender a run. It's going to be very hard not to, just unless you're going to strike out 3. But you're up by 4. You're up by 5, excuse me. Just get the out. Get that first out and let the others roll in.
And what's interesting here is that this technically becomes a save situation for Maya Herges because the potential tying run is now in the on-deck circle for Albany. Grand slam here would make it 14-13, and then that potential tying run would then go to the plate. So Katie Braun, the scheduled batter here for Albany, although I think it might be the different right fielder. That might be Sunderman here.
Katie Braun did have 3 strikeouts, so just looking for a new spark here if you're the Huskies.
First pitch is a strike. Next one is a little bit low and in. And it's 1-1.
Maya Herge is another player on this Cardinals roster who, you know, young and still has a lot of varsity minutes.
Now we've got a pitch in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 14-9, Alexandria has the lead in this fast pitch softball matchup. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 2-1 offering is swung on and missed. And the count to Ella Sunderman now even at 2-2. Bases loaded, still nobody out here in the 7th. Alexandria up by 5. Hergis' next pitch popped in the air. And this will be caught by Mari Kavit. No other play. And 1 gone. I think the infield fly rule in effect, but still Kavit made the grab.
Yeah, good catch there. It was one of those bloopers where they're sometimes hard to read, especially in this gray sky, I guess. You know, you got the bright green ball, which helps a lot, but just a hard one to read, and she was able to do so and get that first out and in the best way possible other than a strikeout.
First offering to Caitlin Brickweg is upstairs, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Wind up by Hergis. Next pitch swung on and missed, and it's a count of 1-1.
That was a good ball. It just dropped right in the zone, and Brickweg had a healthy cut on it, but just was over it.
So 1-1 now to Brickweg. Next pitch sails out of the strike zone, and it's 2-1. Albany has had a total of 9 hits, actually 10 hits today. Next offering is a little bit too far in, and it's 3-1. And the Cardinal pitchers are in danger of walking a 12th batter here. 3-1 and no place to put the batter. Next one is upstairs, and it's a 5-pitch walk. That will force in a run, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, and I mean, they weren't off by a whole lot, but it doesn't matter. They were off, and Alexandria surrenders a run there, but just got to get 2 more outs.
So 14-10 is now the score. And Samantha Zierden will come to the plate, and she takes ball 1. 1-0 the count to Zierden. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Evening things out at a ball and a strike.
And, I mean, Albany, they've put up a lot of runs here today, given up a lot, but, I mean, they're being patient, too. They're not chasing a whole lot. They have a couple times, but not a whole lot.
And here's another offering inside, and the count is 2-1. Albany has bases loaded, 2 runs in, and only 1 out in the inning. Here's the next pitch, and it's in for a strike, and it's 2-2. Zierden got on base with a double last time up.
A strikeout would be massive here.
Yeah. Maya Hergis trying to lock down an Alexandria win. And here's a pitch skied in the air to left field. This will be playable. Catch is made, and tagging up. Oh, no, don't throw the ball. And Rachel Moore did it, and now you're going to have a throwing error. So, and Albany is going to get extra base runner advancement here. It'll be a sacrifice fly. That does get the second out. Zierden will get a run batted in, and it's now 14-11. Still the potential tying run at the plate.
Yeah, that throw just trying to make something special happen there, and it just was never gonna get there, and it was a little high too. So now runners second and third.
And the first pitch here to the batter, I believe this is Tegan Crumley. Or no, I'm sorry. Maybe this is still Roland Ellingson, but first pitch is ball 1. Next offering is low, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, the potential tying run at the dish for the Albany Huskies. Here's a pitch up and in, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, the really big bummer with that throwing error is you just don't have that force either.
That is correct.
At second.
Let's see if Maya Hergis can battle back. She will not. She's going to issue the 4-pitch walk.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, you do have the force at any base here. So, I believe Cora Rushmeyer, or is this a different batter now?
Looks like 13 to me.
Yep, that would be Rushmeyer. So, first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's a good start there. But yeah, if you're Hergis, I mean, just get the ball in the strike zone. Rushmeyer's been a very patient batter today. She's walked twice.
Yep, a lot of Albany batters have taken free passes today. But still, Alexandria leads 14-11 in the 7th inning. Pitch is a little bit inside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The 21st out is the one that the Alexandria Cardinals are trying to get here. And now we're going to have another conference as Coach Stifter's going to come out to have some conversation with Maya Hergis and the rest of the Alexandria infielders.
Yeah, just trying to calm down Maya Hergis right now. Just, I mean, it's just trying to take a deep breath right now. You just need 1 out. Just get that ball into the zone. That's just the number one thing. Make your defense make a play. They have most of the nights, so just get the ball in play and go home.
Yep. 2-1 the count here. Next pitch is skied in the air. This will go foul, and Rachel Moore will end up making the foul ball catch. So that will seal the deal as Albany threatens actually getting the potential tying runs on base. But 3 are left stranded. Albany ends up stranding 13 runners in the game, and Alexandria wins a wild one today at the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. For the Huskies in the top of the 7th inning, 3-run score on a total of 2 hits. 1 Alexandria Cardinal error. 3 runners were left on base. This one has gone final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria outlasts the Albany Huskies by 3. The Cardinals win by a score of 14-11. Albany drops to 2-5 on the year. Alexandria with the win now stands at 8-2. That's going to do it for our play-by-play. For our studio engineer, Jackson, back at KX Hooray, will combine the top of the 7th inning break and the bottom of the 7th inning break. So in roughly 3.5 minutes or so, we will be back to start our post-game report, brought to you by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. After this time,
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
You've seen them, craved them. You voted them the best. Their Smoke and Brews and Q's get their unreal smoked barbecue for catering, drop-offs, or events.
Hi, this is Schmitty from Smoke and Brews and Q's. Our obsession is the meat. Our passion is what makes it great.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Better water starts with Eco Water. Get started today and discover Eco Water's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
A live video feed, and I believe we're now on all of our platforms. Dave McClurg letting you know that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And thank you for watching our YouTube coverage tonight. JP Boline and DMAC joined right now by one of the Alexandria Cardinal players instrumental in this comeback victory. Senior Zella Nutzelman is joining us. Zella, first of all, great to be connecting with you for a couple of moments. For our radio audience who's not watching on YouTube, I need to ask you what's your number, and that means the jersey number that you put on game day. What is your number when you suit up for the Cardinals?
My number is number 2, and to me that means just showing up for my team and being there. You know, when you put your jersey on, you kind of got to lock in and go game mode because that's when the game starts. It starts with warm-ups. It starts getting down to the field. So.
I know you were in a situation today, I believe the first 2 plate appearances you had against Kira Horning, the Albany pitcher, strikeouts. And then in the third at-bat, you know, tight game. I think it's maybe tied up at that point. What were you able to do in the bottom of the 5th inning to get that clutch hit to, you know, kind of get the avalanche going, if you will?
Yeah, it definitely felt good. I was making sure I wasn't too hard on myself, and I've really been wanting to get some good hits, so I was so excited that it kind of came in the right moment during this game. And after striking out twice, you know, it kind of makes you want it more. So.
Does it help, Zella, that you have the opportunity to see the pitcher, you know, when you did get that 5th inning hit to, you know, unlock the 5-5 tie, it was your 3rd appearance against her. Does that help out even though you didn't have the outcomes you wanted in the first 2 at-bats?
You know, it definitely does because you get a lot of practice from her. I kind of got to see what the strike zone was because it's different every game, and that kind of got me prepared for it.
We are getting together right here with Zella Nutzelman from the Alexandria Cardinal Fast Pitch Softball team, one of the upperclassmen on this year's Cardinal team. And Zella, I know that this is a varsity roster that does have a lot of underclassmen, but yet you're one of the seniors. What are your impressions of how this season has unfolded? I know you've played a lot of softball in the last couple of weeks with already 10 games in.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing that we have a great underclassmen, and just for seniors, it's nice to know that since we're doing so good this year, that we're gonna have an amazing team next year, which I'm excited for.
I'm going to let my broadcast partner, JP Boleen, ask a question or two, and then I'll circle the wagons and be back with you momentarily.
Well, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on that clutch hit, too. That's awesome. That's just one that you'll remember, I'm sure, here today. But it's a crazy game as well. Take me through the emotions. You know, this is the definition of ups and downs here today. So just take me through the emotions of a game where, you know, you take the lead early, lose the lead, and then you have a huge inning, and then they have a big inning. So just take me through as a fielder.
Yeah, I think there's always those games where you have ups and downs, like it's going to happen. But for us, we've really tried to focus on this year, like coming back from when we get stuck in the field. And I think we've definitely improved from the past. And just knowing that other teams, they will get hits and they will get runs, but we just need to come back strong.
So as a senior, you've played a lot of softball. So tell me a little bit about what you think your strengths are.
I definitely think my strengths are communication. I try to be as loud as I can out there because I know girls love when they're encouraged, as do I. And also just leadership, being in the captain position is, I'm grateful for it because I get to be a role model for these girls, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, one last question, just with the weather. It's been, you know, it's always crazy. It's spring, it's softball. The weather here in Minnesota, it's tough sometimes. You guys have played a lot of games this year. It's been nice. You've had some warm games. You've had some cold games. How much is that different for you?
I'm kind of used to it by now. I've spent so many years. We were playing in snow a few years, but we kind of got a glimpse of spring in the beginning of the season, and right now I think all the girls are just getting used to the temperature change, you know, wearing sleeves, and we're ready for the rain. We kind of bring it in whatever weather.
Awesome. Well, Zella, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on the senior year.
Thank you.
Is it kind of unusual? Could it be that the opening game against Grand Rapids was one of the nicer weather days that you've had this year?
I know, yeah. It's kind of weird that we started with like spring weather and now it's kind of going downhill, but it doesn't bother us.
Zella, I asked you a general question off the air, and I hope you don't mind me addressing it on the air. Of course, you're just a matter of weeks away now from receiving your diploma from Alexandria Area High School, but how enjoyable and how taxing has your senior year been?
It's definitely been a fun year, but very stressful. I've been taking college classes just to get ahead. But this year I kind of found where I want to go to college, which is so exciting for me because I have a plan for myself. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get through like the last 4 weeks of school, and I'm super excited for graduation.
How much college credit have you been able to accumulate while you've been a student at Alexandria Area High School?
I think I'm at about like 41 credits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So would that put you as a sophomore in college then, or you know?
I think about so. It depends on each college, but I think for sure I have like my first freshman semester. But yeah.
What has been the most challenging class that you've had during your senior year?
I would have to say college chemistry.
Ooh.
I am gonna have to take some more chemistry classes, but right now, kind of the end of the year is when we have the harder units, but we're working through it. We'll get it done.
Very good. Post-high school plans, are those now pretty much set for you, Zella?
Yes, absolutely.
And what is in the future? What's the next level of education? Where do you plan on heading?
I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I plan to major in microbiology on a pre-veterinary medicine track, and I'm super excited. I've never not wanted to be a vet, and so I'm ready for college because I really get to specialize in my studies, and it just gets me one step further to that.
I know a lot of other graduates that I've talked to from Alexandria Area High School. Some of them have made that pipeline to Madison, Wisconsin, but what impresses you about the UWM campus?
It was kind of hard for me choosing a college because I went on so many college tours, but right when I stepped on that campus, I immediately knew. Like, you kind of know it just feels like home, and you can really envision yourself there. And I absolutely love the campus. It's beautiful, and I'm so excited.
Excellent. Zella, I'll briefly chat with you when we get into the break here, but congratulations to you and the team on a hard-fought victory today. Kind of an endurance test and everything, but enjoy the weekend. Nice to go in on a 3-game win streak, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That is Zella Nutzelman from the Alexandria Cardinals fast pitch softball team. Our special guest is part of our Jutner Motors post-game report. We're going to take a timeout. We'll check out the line totals and have some final comments from the Alexandria Fast Pitch Softball Complex after this timeout.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers for 30 years, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings, quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
Jutner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jutner Motors your best price dealer.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome back to the Alexandria Area High School Fast Pitch Softball Complex. One final time as the Alexandria Cardinals secure win number 8 on the year, and not surprisingly, Alexandria scores a lot of runs to do it. The Cardinals prevail by a final score of 14-11. 14 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors for Alexandria, and 6 runners left on base. The Albany Huskies finished with 11 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors as well, and Albany left 13 runners on base. JP Boline, as we bring you back in, you look at the line totals up on the scoreboard. Albany had 3 different innings of 3 runs scored, and they actually scored, did the Huskies, in 5 out of the 7 innings. It wasn't pretty, but at the end, Alexandria got the necessary outs to secure win number 8. And I would think, considering the team won a similar number of games all of last season, the Cardinals have to be feeling pretty good, going into the weekend at 8-2.
Yeah, I mean, you look back 2 years ago with this team, and it was extremely young. It was young last year. It's still young. It's just that experience that every player has had so far in their career it's showing this year, and it's we kind of thought this could be the case this year, next year, the upcoming years, but they're playing great softball this year. They're hitting really well. The pitching, it was just a lot of walks here today. And Albany, maybe they had a little bit of a scouting report just to be a little more patient. Maybe they have been patient all season long too. It's just a lot of walks that caused a lot of runs for the Huskies as well. They had some key hitting, but Alexandria, I mean, they have been hitting all season long. They've been putting up double digits almost every single game this spring, and they did it again here today, and that proved key. That 10-run inning as well back in the fifth was huge. I mean, that was probably the reason that they won here today.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, because Albany carried the 5-4 lead into the bottom of the fifth inning, and then Alexandria hangs 10, and Albany did its best to come back, and again, I'm sure the Cardinal coaches can't be terribly thrilled about, 3 different pitchers, and they will use multiple pitchers in future games and everything, but just one of those days, you're probably not going to win a whole lot of games when you issue 13 walks, but, you're going to take the W anyway.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just, your best players are hitting, your bottom of the lineup's hitting, everybody's hitting, and that's just so important for a team like this. And in a game like this, you lift your pitchers up, maybe on a day that they just weren't finding the strike zone as much, so the hitters, they stepped up when they needed to, and some good defenses along the way today, and a lot of adversity that they had to face. I mean, there was a little bit in the middle of the game where they were just unable to get a hit. A lot of strikeouts from Albany's starting pitcher, and but they bounced back. They found a way, and they studied the pitcher. And as we heard from Zella, is just being able to time the ball, and with a pitcher that you had a hard time timing before, that's mid-game adjustment. That's what good teams do.
Yeah, and the Cardinals successfully did that. Zella, her only hit ends up being the go-ahead RBI double in the bottom of the fifth inning. Again, at that time, it's a 5-5 game with 2 outs in the inning, and then the Cardinals would add 9 more runs, including Zella Nutzelman's RBI hit. So, I think that's one of the big positives is that Alexandria at the plate, they came through many times with 2 outs today.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, I mean, you look at the top of the lineup with Addie Johnson. She was 4 for 4 with a sacrifice fly. And, I mean, Mari Kavit had a really good day as well. So did Brooklyn McPhail and Greta Kelly. I mean, it's just all over the lineup. There was good hitting. Rachel Moore had a good day as well. So Alexandria just came through. I mean, 2-out hitting is so important in the game of softball, and it comes down to being clutch.
Very good. So Alexandria with the victory, now at 8-2 on the year. Albany with the defeat falls to 2-5. Addie Johnson ends up getting the pitching victory here in this game in relief of starter Emily Nicola. Nicola pitched into the third inning, left the game when it was tied 4-4, and Addie Johnson came in and got a key called third strike to keep it a 4-4 game with bases loaded in the top of the third inning. The Huskies eventually went ahead on a Claire Lacey home run in the top of the fourth inning, but then Alexandria was able to hold Albany at bay until the Cardinals batted 14 in the bottom of the fifth inning and scored 10 times, gaining that 14-5 advantage, and then Albany had a 3-run sixth and a 3-run seventh, but still Alexandria got the win by a final of 14-11. So, JP, I know that you and I will be back here. We're hoping that the weather will be cooperative. Today it did cooperate that we didn't have any rain, although it didn't, the clouds kept the temperature in the low 50s throughout much of the day, and I have a feeling we might have more of that on Tuesday. But
that's just spring. That's just the spring season. Yeah, the later in the spring season, maybe I won't, I promise. But maybe it'd be too hot for some people. But I'm looking forward to that, to be honest. Right now, talk to me then. But it's just the spring season. It has, as we heard Stella say, they're used to it. They've been playing it forever. And they show that they can still hit when the weather is cold. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a tough test against St. Cloud coming up on Tuesday, and then they'll be on the road for a couple of games too. But we'll be back here on the field.
Yeah, St. Cloud has actually been getting some recognition. I don't know if they're ranked in the Class 4A top 10 this week, but I believe the Crush going into today's game undefeated in the Central Lakes Conference. among their victories, one against the Brainerd Warriors at the start of the year. So anytime you beat Brainerd in softball, it's a good deal. So, JP, we will look forward to you being back with us. I'm hoping we'll have the opportunity to go to Fargo-Moorhead on Monday night. We'll have our first Alexandria baseball broadcast on the air, if we don't have severe weather moving through in the meantime.
Yeah, that's a big if. Right now it's looking a little grim, but I'm sure hoping that we can go to Moorhead. I'm looking forward to watching the baseball team. They're off to a good start as well. I mean, they're hitting well as well. So it's going to be a fun spring. That's the biggest thing I know. Very good. J.P. Boline joins me for our broadcasts of Alexandria Cardinal baseball and fast pitch softball throughout the spring of 2025. Also doing the video work for our regular season broadcasts of Cardinal baseball and softball. My thanks to all of the Alexandria Cardinal sports boosters that brought you our broadcast this evening. Special thanks to Jotner Motors for presenting the post-game report. Jackson has been our KXRA studio engineer. I thank Jackson for the terrific work back at Master Control, doing a lot of different things on a very special day where we had the Radiothon earlier to help benefit the Alexandria Education Foundation. Don't forget, even though the Radiothon is wrapped up, you can still make contributions if you believe in the innovation piece and helping out the Alexandria public school students in all of the schools. Please give generously to the Alexandria Education Foundation. You can find out more by going online to alexeducationfoundation.org and make your online donation there. It could be $20 a month, gets you into the 206 Club with some extra special benefits there, or it could even be a one-time in-kind donation. No amount is too small, and the Alexandria Education Foundation thanks you for the support of the kids in Alexandria Public Schools, District 206. That will do it from the Alexandria Softball Complex. Again, weather permitting, we'll have Alexandria Cardinal baseball Monday night. The Cardinals at Moorhead for a 6:30 varsity start. Broadcast coverage from Matson Field would begin around 10 past 6 Monday evening. Again, our final score in varsity fast pitch softball. Both teams get to double figures, but it's Alexandria coming out on top. The Cardinals 14, the Albany Huskies 11. For J.P. Boline, this is DMAC Dave McClurg. Good night from the Alexandria Area High School campus.